there's a lot to do today, and I'd hate for you guys to be like, oh man, we don't actually get to the thing because we spent all the time like doing this other stuff.
Well, good news, Richard. We're live right now, so hopefully we do get to the thing, whatever the thing may be. Unless we do the usual party thing and delay it a bunch, because we're pretty good at that.
Yeah, I was just watching that on Critical Role, like, it was a week or two ago, where Sam was just like, come on, let's stop planning, I just want to hit something! We've been planning this for like an hour!
That's why we do all our plans offline. And I still think...
Try to balance the off and on plans.
We agreed to plan at dawn.
At dawn we plan.
As many great operations...
Tonight, we plan in hell!
Tonight we put the DM in DM hell. I still think when we took down, what was the rotten? What was the beholder we fought?
Oh, the rot, yeah.
The rot, yeah. Like the rotten is a Dark Souls boss. Or one of those. That I think was our best plan. Like Operation Chicken Run is like forever the highlight just because of what happened, but like fighting the rot I think was our best plan, where like we literally just took all angles and like decimated this thing. That was a good time.
Yep. Alrighty, so who would like to recap from last week? I think there were three main beats that I
did the last one.
Well, so it started out, right? And they were like, hey guys, we're going to skirmish. It's us 4 against you 4. Ready? And then we were like, totally. And then they totally just like steamrolled Audra. And then they were like, now it's Hunter's turn. And then they went and destroyed Hunter.
Yep.
And then eventually we managed to win, which was...
Luck was really the turning point of that.
Frankly.
Without luck, with defensive luck, Khmer would have gotten, critted on, I think once or twice, and then Anwar probably eventually would have gone down too, being outnumbered. So. And
then.
It would have been that Green Lantern clip from that one Just Sleek movie. It's like, stand back, guys.
Yep.
Fortunately, it was a scrimmage. Otherwise, it would have gone very poorly.
Yeah.
We revived the construct, and he was just like, this isn't my timeline. And we were like, what does that mean? And he was like, I'm from the future. And we're like, oh shit. And then it turns out that that's not accurate at all. But he really wanted to see the stars, and we moved him over to the Valentine farm because that's where we put all the secret things. And
that's where the bodies go.
And like we had kind of talked him into maybe being on our side, sorta, even though he was like, are you sure they're the bad guys? Like literally everything, like economy and infrastructure, it's all better and they're the bad guys. And we're like, yeah, it's bad. Oh, okay. And then there was a huge big meeting. We met like everyone or like a bunch of people in Tsunami. And they were like, hey guys, guess what? We're totally gonna kill some Imperial soldiers. Also, we want all of the attention to come over here so we can take this fort up north. Good luck. Have fun planning. And then they were also like, did you come up with a party name? And we were like, no. And that was it.
Oh, right.
We didn't actually discuss it further.
What I meant to
we
do.
still don't have it.
Yeah.
Our Ramrod?
Let me,
Our
Ramrod. Team Power Ramrod.
I'm gonna give you some music here. Because after you guys have kind of like settled on a plan, the Bard, Selvik the Bard, is gonna start drumming away, and they're gonna start hyping you up for this thing that's gonna happen. So let me go ahead and drop that in there for you.
I opened up so many links.
Oh well, here's the latest one.
Should I rewind it to the beginning of this, Richard? Or
no, I put it there on purpose.
Okay.
It starts off kind of slow. So in any case, the leader here is gonna be saying, "Listen well, warriors." That wasn't his voice at all. Sorry, hold on.
Listen well, warriors.
Listen well, warriors. What you're about to do, the role we're about to play, is going to change the course of history. For centuries, these aberrant fiends have spread their influence to nearly every corner of the known world. We have held them off from taking everything, but the time for defending is over. Starting today, we orchestrate our attack! And people are like, huzzah! What if by the next full moon, we will have, for the first time ever, made the Empire smaller? Is that not worth fighting for? Is that not worth dying for? Songs of our triumph will spread throughout the lands. Rebellions will rise up. The tide will finally turn. Come the Mabon, you will no longer be mere ruffians or freedom fighters. You will be legends, and legends will never die. And people are like, huzzah! And it goes on for a while longer, but he's a better orator than I am. And
these drums are a bop, by the way. That was a
the
good time.
hearing these drummings in this speech, you are going to get a new kind of Bardic Inspiration. This is a Bardic Inspiration point that starts off as a D12 and lasts for 5 days. And each day it will lower from a D12 to a D10 to a D8, D6, D4, and then it's just gone. It is
D2?
No D2.
Damn it.
Last for 5 days. And
D2, don't fail me.
The idea being that you're really hyped up right now and you can keep that inspiration with you until you really need it. But as time passes, it's just been a while since you got that big hurrah, so it kind of goes down over time.
To clarify, Richard, this is something the Bard is doing to us. This is not something we as a party just have from now on. This is
correct.
This is one time, for lack of a better term.
This is a one-time thing that is lasting for 5 days. So if you ever want this again, you got to go find a bard that knows how to give Bardic Inspiration.
Is it
for
one
any viewers
per day, or is it?
I was just gonna say, for any viewers who are watching, I've basically completely rewritten Bard as an NPC class, and so it just works totally differently now.
Cool.
So sorry, Richard. Just to clarify,
just need the help.
Yeah.
If you use it the first day, it's gone, right? Is it?
Yeah. Once it's gone, it's gone. So it's up to you to strategically think of like when you want to use it.
Got it.
And it's currently about golden hour dinner time-ish on this day, and so you've got it for up to 5 more days for whenever you want to use it.
I'd like to do a backflip. I'm gonna burn my inspiration.
use that D12 right now.
I feel so good.
I feel so pumped.
Trips. Breaks a knee.
Gotta roll my acrobatics.
I rolled a nat 1. Can I do the 12?
Come here, Luck. No, come here, please help. Oh.
He didn't roll enough.
So just to speed forward and give you some more things that we want to move on. Each of you, or each group. So for the group of the 4 of you, you will be given a pigeon by Trax. Instructions are to either meet at Trax's safe house or deliver word via the pigeon within a fortnight, which would become the 10th month on the 7th. So we'll just mark that on the calendar somewhere. So within those 2 weeks.
I thought a fortnight was one of these.
No, that's a floss.
Where are we dropping boys?
No, that's what the doc.
Just gonna kill Andrew's camera real quick.
So within 2 weeks, you either need to meet up at the safe house or send the pigeon to get word to the safe house. Once you take out the camp that you've selected, it'll be up to you what your party wishes to do. Options could include trying to join the big fight on the other side of the pond, taking out other targets, trying to keep hold of the camp that you've taken, helping people in stem guarded before the inevitable lockdown or seeing consequences, or just laying low. Trax's place is always welcome, you guys. But do be careful. The #1 rule is you cannot get caught. They will repeat, you cannot get caught. Any resistance members know too much to remain alive if caught. The mission is bigger than any of you. If the enemy were to discover the attack ahead of time, everything could be lost. If there is any recruiting to be done for your immediate objectives, you cannot divulge the reason why they're doing this, or that any of this is coordinated with other attacks. The attack on Fort Charles must remain a secret. They cannot afford any leaks. Trust no one. So if there's any recruiting, it's just about that one camp. Poe will... I'm going into otherness. So Poe's going to talk to you after all of this. But also after like a big rousing thing. Alrighty then! Are there any questions?
Where is my cyanide pill?
Right here. Here you go. No, I
Oh,
don't
lovely.
don't have
Thank
one.
you.
We do have knives available over against the wall if you want to just...
I will be sure to grab one of those, I suppose.
We have a full arsenal at your disposal, especially thanks to you bringing all of those swords and crossbows. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's just say hypothetically, you have people that live here, people that you are close to, that you would rather not them become involved in what is to inevitably come here. But obviously you don't want to tell them that you know something's coming here. So it'll put you in a real catch-22 if you catch what I'm throwing out here. So is there a you guys probably have come up with stuff like this in the past. Any idea what to say or do to kind of keep those you love safe? Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Yeah, we made up this thing called lying.
Oh.
And
okay.
we make up lies to get people to leave for various reasons.
You know, that was my first gut, but I just thought I'd ask if there was a company policy, if there was a relocation fee, if a form that I need to. You guys take 1099s, right? Or is this a
no.
I'm doing my taxes right now, so this is like my life right now. Just
sorry.
need to know what to fill out.
A little close to home.
No filling out. If you need some financial assistance, let us know. We'll do what we can.
I have a question.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
When do we start?
Getting the word out that they're under attack sooner, the better, really. We apologize for giving you such short notice, but really within the next 2-3 days, at absolute tops, but preferably within the next 2 days, attacking this fort would be best.
Okay. And that would include the time used to go to Styx and hopefully drum up some help with, you know, getting some daggers and blades and men and women to fight on our cause.
I suppose so.
So we should probably get going soon.
In like the morning or so.
Yeah, probably in the morning.
Yeah, first thing in the morning sounds good. Make any preparations you can. We understand that all of you here have people you care about. This is a city that you care about. So we understand if you have, you know, preparations to make.
Of course.
Poe will go over and talk with you, and he will ask if there are any messages like pass it along. He's gonna say, "Oh yes, I'm doing what I do best. I'm gonna start a little bit of misinformation campaign. But if there's any messages I can in the meantime, please do let me know. As that is what I do best."
Oh dear.
I feel like I need to speak to my family in person, but if you could deliver a message to Bjorn, that we and our project will be out of town for a few days, and just keep your ear to the ground in case anything goes down. Just,
you want to give him a heads up without giving him a heads up?
If that's an option, yeah. If there's like a...
I have a way with words, I assure you I will get it done.
Oh, see. Guys, we got Poe right here. He's the expert of this stuff. He's our HR department.
Yes, well, I don't know if you've noticed kind of the way that we've kind of gathered together. Each of these cells kind of has a go-to person. I'm your go-to person. So, yes, if there's anything you need just within a group, you come see me. If you need to talk with the boss, with Knuckle, Mr. Fists, I will speak to him on your behalf, or I can arrange a meeting between you two. But I'm your go-to guy in the organization.
Where will you be in the interim?
Oh, well, I've planned on causing a little bit of misinformation to make people think that there's going to be an attack in Stem Garden on the Mabon to hopefully draw more people, more security in the actual city. And beyond that, I imagine I'll remain fairly close. I will be at the rendezvous point within the next 2 weeks. Perhaps that is when we will see each other again.
Okay.
I wish all of you the best of safety. Oh, and I do have one other thing. It's just kind of a side thing. I've been thinking it's probably going to get more and more difficult going through the normal gates to get in and out of the city. Hunter, I don't know if you would be willing, but I've been thinking about, we're so close right now underneath the tavern to the wall, and your house is so close to the wall. What do you think of, like, tunneling between here and then maybe, like, underneath, coming up under your barn or something?
How the hell did I know you were going to talk about coming into my barn?
It's come up recently a number of times. It seems like it's a good fit. I'm just wondering. Now, again, this is easier said than done. We would have done a tunneling before if we could, but I don't know. I don't know if there's some kind of magic you can discover or contraption you can build or something. But tunneling for long stretches, it takes a long time, lots of resources. We have had our hands full and have not done so. Just if you happen to find some way, just keep it in the back of your mind is all.
I mean, I'm all for it. Personally, I think, problem is if they find the tunnel, they find the barn, which means they find out.
I completely understand. That's why I'm coming to you, and also kind of Anwan was with us as well, because he builds contraptions and such, and Audra, and you do forge things, and, well, Chimera, we have no idea where your magic comes from. So if any of you...
that makes two of us, actually.
If any of you really discover any kind of magic or something, if there's some way that you can think about a way that we could tunnel quicker, easier, it could end up being very beneficial because it's probably going to get a lot harder to smuggle in and out of the city soon.
Yeah, you're right, though. Hell, ask Paul about it. If he's up for it, then, it's his place.
Alrighty then. Well, best of luck to you all. I really hope that you succeed in your mission.
Yeah,
I'm going to miss
we all
you.
do.
I've grown accustomed to you all. Well, Hunter and Audra, of course. We've gone back many ways, and I hope this is not the end of our journey, but I've grown a liking to you both.
I don't feel it's the end of our journey, Poe. Although I do have a message you could pass on.
Sorry, I was just immediately thinking, like, little did they know that was the end of their journey. Sorry, go ahead.
Voice, 'cause it would be the last time they saw each other.
Yeah, exactly. The party died later that day. Sorry, go ahead.
Poe, just make sure 2 things while I'm out there. Make sure nothing bad happens to the shop. If there's heat, make sure Grogmar and his new employee can get out fine. And same for my remaining family. If they need to get out, please make sure they do.
I will do as best I can.
Thank you.
And with that, you guys can be off. And what preparations do you want to be doing in this last day before you head out?
Gonna make some cookies.
I'd like to use my Bardic Inspiration to save on an anxiety attack.
Okay.
Yeah, get
I thought you'd use it to go talk up Sex the Orc.
No!
It's like, I got a D12.
Gotta shoot my
And I'm
shot
gonna put
while
it
I
on you.
can.
Is a D12 in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me?
I got 3 uses of luck and a D12. Let's do this.
Not as spry as I was, but I'm game.
Y'all nasty.
Golly. I don't don't have anything I need to gather aside from maybe leaving a note with Freya.
I'm gone again.
Yeah, I'm gone again. There's some extra rugs and stuff in the house before I move. Help yourself.
Speaking of moving, yeah, let's say since we're on you right now anyway, if you go to the house, you're going to see a halfling there who's kind of waiting with a scroll. Oh, hello.
Hi.
I keep on forgetting Chimera's last name. What is it?
Alozora.
Alozora, Miss Alozora.
Yes. Can I help you?
Hi there. My name is Meili Ducard, but I speak on behalf of a rich benefactor, a fine dwarf gentleman, who he is interested in purchasing your property, as is. He's looking at investing in real estate, and not too worried about the particulars of the house, but he's willing to give you a fat sum if you wish.
I am interested in that. Is there a time frame? I'm kind of...
Oh, he's willing to give you, like, I could deliver gold, or it'd be in platinum, but platinum and some gold to you later this evening, if you wish. If you wish to sign this agreement, would you like to look it over?
Yes, please.
Okay, I have been informed to tell you that it is a little under asking price, but again, it's as is, no questions asked.
Okay, yeah. Let me see.
All right, and he's gonna hand it over to you. Your asking price is like 540 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 495.
Dunsky. And all I gotta do is grab my shit.
You're like, yep, you're good enough.
I don't have to unpack a whole lot of things. Like, I mean, I just need to, like, get my stuff for this trip and be like, you can have the rest, I suppose. Bye.
Are there any other family things from your kids or anything you want to take with you, or is that...
Oh, yeah.
You're just like...
I do run into the kids' room and I grab, it's another cloak, but this one's significantly smaller. It's all black except for, near the very, like corner of the hem, like near the foot of it, there's like this small embroidered flower that looks like maybe it's like covering up a pat, like a hole or something. I'll grab that, and oh, how sad. Like I'll just shove all my clothes into a bag and.
Leaving already. I was expecting that, the transfer would happen within the next few days. You ready to leave tonight?
Oh, I have a business to attend to outside of the city. I was thinking about going to see my family. So I mean, if we could knock it out now.
I wish they were all this easy.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, you can go ahead and sign, and he'll have some gold for. Where should I meet you with the gold?
Do you know where Keanu Reeves is?
I'm right over here.
Yeah, I'll be over there in the next couple of hours or so. I just have to deliver some of these rugs, and then I think that's it.
I shall deliver that there. Yes, very well.
Wonderful.
All right. So that is dealt with.
Wonderful. I am homeless.
I was like, where are you staying now?
That's a good question.
Oh, just move into my barn.
yeah, that's where everybody else goes.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's kind of dope, though. I don't know if I've ever been in a campaign where a character just sells their house.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like, props.
How much was that again?
$4.95.
$4.95. Y'all, I'm rich. Shoot.
There's a decimal point in there. It's 4 gold and 95 silver.
Yeah, it's actually 4 gold and 95 copper.
Well, like.
Damn, the housing market sucks here.
Yeah, it
Or is
does.
good, depending on your...
Can I pay you in Electrum?
Buyer's
I know
market.
it's not part of this campaign, but that's
Get
all I'm
out.
carrying. Electrum
Already.
is the discovery card of D&D.
So,
Being too kind.
who else has anything? Anwar, Audra, Hunter, either any of you have anything with your families?
I might
or
have a
anything?
little back and forth when I go home, yeah.
I'm going
Okay.
to abuse my rustic hospitality feature. I'm gonna stroll through the town, just saying some goodbyes. Heading on vacation for a little while. Gonna take a trip out, and see about collecting some.
I always kind of imagined that your folk hero thing was particularly useful in maybe there is a section inside the town, but I imagine mostly farmers and everything outside. But it's up to you. I can see that there's a spot that people like know you and stuff. They're like, oh hey, it's good old working class hunter.
Yeah, my goal is to collect some extra rations on the way out and see if anyone needs anything moved out.
Oh, okay.
And then ransack the farm for some rations without paying for anything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's one of your features. Yeah, I mean it's kind of the classic. I'm about to go on a journey. What can I spell? Town.
Is that the link?
Like, I'm gonna
looting someone's home thing.
Yeah, you can also look at it as that. Hey, how's it going, guys? Oh, you got a nice chest there. All right, I'll take that.
Nice pot. Anyways, rupees. Thank you.
Don't
You're
Bye.
like, oh, I'm gonna abuse this, and I'm gonna go say hi to a bunch of people, and I was like, you're gonna be friendly, and now you're like,
that
no, I'm
too.
gonna take all of your food.
Not all of, just like if you could pack me a lunch to go, I'd love that. By the way, can I?
Yeah, I
for
would
you
say
while I'm
that
out.
I would say that you
I
guys
like that.
you gather enough that it's like you guys have more than just like jerky to eat on your way into the swamp village. You actually have some nice stuff for the next day.
I got some casserole.
And some nice biscuits and stuff that Gabos like, so.
Absolutely, and we have some more what do we call them before? Gobbo bits,
Something like that.
pickle bits.
Pickle bits.
Yeah, pickle bits for him.
That's right, people.
Oh yeah, because
I
one of
haven't-
the goblins is named Pickle.
Right.
Yes.
I have some stuff I'd like to do with my resolve with my family, but I'd like to go last.
Okay, Audra, is there anything you wanted to RP
Yeah.
out with your family? We haven't
Yeah.
really seen much of your family so far.
Yeah, like she kind of went home before the last journey and was like, "Hey, I'm
Mhm.
leaving for a bit. Bye."
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna come back, and do you think my uncle's gonna be there as well, or just the Reds?
No, I think he's actually busy doing some other things right
Okay.
now. So.
And also it won't matter until, I guess, combat, Richard. But
Mhm.
remember we talked offline about preparing there's a slightly different spell that Audra was working on
Mhm.
preparing. I think I will just have that prepare. I think I will just prepare
Okay.
it. So we'll do
Okay.
I'll give like a touch of that as well during this. But
Okay, doing some prayers at night, trying to get some
basically.
new spells going.
basically, so because I'm just not used to prep to a prep
Yeah,
class.
when you're home or when you get home, it's like kind of classic thing. Your father is like reading a scroll that's kind of like reading the paper, and your mother is just kind of she's just knitting away something.
Yeah. So Audra will just walk in quietly, close the door behind her, look at the two of them over by the hearth or whatever. Just, can we talk for a moment?
Yeah, sure, why not? Come on in, it's free.
Yeah.
It's not a free country, but you know.
So, of course, a week or so ago, I left on a bit of a journey, an adventure.
Yeah, you said something about that. Glad that you didn't get eaten by a pack of wolves.
Yes, I'm also glad. Or not stomped by goats, thankfully. Listen, I'm going on another one. And my gut tells me this one is going to take longer.
Okay, you
And-
going with your uncle or something? Your uncle's going on some adventure.
Maybe different leg, same pair of pants.
Sure, okay.
So this one may take longer, and it may also have us separated for some amount of time.
Well, what are you gonna do about your job?
Oh, I haven't worked at the forge in about 2 or 3 weeks now.
You quit your job.
It's quitting is harsh. It was a fine job. Grogmar was a fine master of the craft. It was just time. I did not quit. I moved on. I don't quit.
Oh, well. Okay, then good. The forge is no good for you anyway. Are you gonna get out into the forest on this adventure of yours?
Well, the
Reconnect
swamp.
reconnect with your roots. Uh, swamp's not ideal. Is better than here.
Listen. Oh, I wish I wish I would have just brought this up without you bringing it up, because now it sounds like I'm kowtowing to what it is you want for me. But yes, I have given more thought to, you know, some of our people and the connection to nature, etc.
You see your mom and dad give like a kind of look towards each other and just kind of really condescend. Well, that sounds great, honey. I think that's super. I hope you enjoy your trip.
I have to confess, your tone right now makes me feel a little patronized, but the point is, and then she's gonna raise her blade, like not in a menacing way, like just like bring up the hilt, maybe actually just bring it up in an underhand grip too, just to, so she's gonna bring it up a little bit, and then she's going to silently, if it can be silent, I don't know, but start to cast her ensnaring strike, because it doesn't happen until she actually attacks. But the casting of it will have, you know, like the vines sort of creeping down from her hand around the blade a little bit, you know, just to demonstrate to them that she is doing some of this more nature-leaning stuff.
Well, would you look at that? And the father just kind of like smacks his wife gently with the scroll, like, look at that. That is neat.
Yes, it is neat. I'm sure.
Good for you. That is great. We're genuinely happy for you. We really hope you do well.
Thank you. Our ties to Sylvanas are certainly still strong, it seems.
They run deep. He's our creator.
Yes. And, well, I hope he keeps me safe in these swamps.
Pray to him and he will.
I suppose he will. Well,
we'll be praying for you too.
Thank you. I just wanted to let you know that this one may be longer than the last.
Okay.
And
right,
that,
well,
yes, I am finding ways to reincorporate nature into what I do.
That is great. That is great to hear.
Yeah. I have to go make some preparations.
All right. Are you like going up into your room to do that, or?
Yeah. So she's gonna go into her room, and then this will come out, you know, more, like I said, I guess next time there's some combat. But so she's going to like sit down, just kind of like cross-legged on her rug. She's got the sword out of its sheath, like kind of placed up against a wall, and she's just gonna be like focus on it until basically a sort of ghostly, spectral, like mirrored image of the blade also appears next to it, leaning against the wall.
Doing some spirit weapon.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to. Yeah, I would say that, like, as you're trying to do it, it doesn't really work until you really start focusing in on your sister.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of appears.
Yeah.
And even like the sword that you already have, because it's basically a duplicate of that sword, right?
Yeah. It's basically, I imagine it's literally just you copy paste and then turn down the opacity.
Yeah,
so
I imagine it's
ghostly.
almost like a ghost figure leaves that sword and like whoosh, goes over to where you want it to be.
Yeah.
And after that, you're gonna hear a on your bedroom door.
She'll very quickly like make it disappear. Yes. Standing up.
Audra.
I said I was making preparations, Dad. What is it?
I'm just listen. I'm not too good at this, but going out there, good to find yourself, but also don't forget who you are. You're different from the rest of us, but I guess there's always some part of me that respects that, and don't go losing track of who you are while you're finding who you are, if that makes sense.
Makes enough sense.
Just be. It's okay to be you. It's okay to be different.
Well,
even if sometimes I don't agree with it.
I do like being me. And sometimes my teammates don't agree with it either.
Well, okay then, and just gives a couple awkward pats on the shoulder. Good luck. Good talk. He's gonna head back down. All right. Anybody else?
That's true. I don't think there's any worries about her being her, especially during combat.
Yeah.
much to the chagrin of the rest of the party.
Anybody else? So we have Hunter went, and Audra went, and Kamira had a thing, and Anwar.
Yeah, I guess whenever he's done picking up like things, he's gonna head back home and start packing for. What time do you think it is when he gets back?
Well, if he went straight back from there, it's probably not that long after dinner time.
Anwar's gonna like kind of spend some time with his family. We don't have to RP this part, but like have dinner, talk about like traveling up the mountain. Not to say what he was going there for, but like talking about his excursions a little bit, like the goat and stuff, like safe stories.
Yeah,
and then towards, we'll have a montage of him packing, and he'll have like a big pile of clothes and equipment and science things, and he's just going to pick it up and kind of Mary Poppins it into his bag, and just kind of like it as it all goes kind of plopped in there. And then at some point later in the evening, after his mom and sister have probably went to bed, he's going to find his father and speak to him.
Okay. Oh, Anwar.
Hey.
Give me a little surprise there. Just thought he was going to bed.
I didn't want to.
I'm imagining there's like a fire. I'm just trying to it's probably there's a little like fire going, and he's probably sitting down on like his comfy chair, and probably.
I was thinking like with a pipe or something, something to smoke on.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
I'm gonna be going again tomorrow on another excursion, and I'm not sure when I'll be back. This one could be dangerous again, as the world is quite dangerous, but I just wanted to spend another normal night here with you guys and everyone here, and I see that our hopes burn bright for the shop, and it brings me a lot of joy.
Well, I sure hope so, Anwar. We still don't have full resolution yet on what we're going to do with the shop, but we got some ideas. Your funding is helping tide us over, but we still need to figure out if we're going to try to make it work here, if we're elsewhere.
Actually, I was kind of thinking about that. What if, just hear me out, the shop's not going anywhere, at least right now.
Mm-hmm.
What if you packed up and tried somewhere else, maybe where the guild isn't quite so oppressive, and tried selling our wares there for a little while,
I suppose we do still have some in stock that would just go to waste right now. I mean, they're not getting old, but still, we've thought about that. I suppose we could use some of the money you've given us to fund the travel. What's gotten you thinking about this? All of a sudden, you were, seemed like you were before, you were like, make it work. We're gonna make it work.
Well, it's just, on my travels, you hear whispers of things, with the political climate the way that it is, you never know when certain things can go a certain way.
As we saw with the shop.
As we saw with the shop, and just when you're on the road, you hear things, and see things that you'll never unsee. A tree. But I just think that it might be worth you know, if things ever become not safe here, whether due to guild or other factions, it might be a good idea to, you know, nothing is more valuable in our shop than our family. And I just want to make sure that we're all safe and mobile if we need to be.
Just gonna roll insight.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
Yeah. He didn't roll well.
Yes. Do you want me to roll counter deception just to see how we do?
I mean, mainly he was rolling just to see, like, it sure seems like there's a whole lot you're not saying. But he's not really able to piece anything together, like you're worried about something specific, although he still is probably able to. He's still probably able to see, like, you're alluding to stuff, like, that's flat on his face. What is it, Anwar, that you're not saying? You know more. You talked about you see things, you hear things. A tree?
I don't want to say anything that I don't know, that I can't back up with verifiable evidence.
If only more people had that thought.
Yeah. So I've seen a lot more of the world in just the last couple of weeks. And sometimes places you think are safe and warm and impenetrable are not that. And I just think it's a good idea to always keep your head up and your eyes peeled. And if things aren't working a certain way here, at this point, like, Anwar's kind of rambling a little bit. He's starting to sweat. He's really not a deceptive type. He's not. He's like, how long can I dance around this?
Yeah.
I just think that, you know, all options open. You know, there's always a third. There's always another way to find the right way. So we should keep that in mind. And if that's not in Stem Garden, if that's somewhere else, further away, then that might be worth checking out.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Hey, D12, how you doing?
Oh. I am not. You make good points, but there are so much that we have built up here. Should we not wait just a bit more to see if these things will work themselves out? Maybe you're just... These trips have made you a little more scared than you need to be. I mean, we are safe behind the walls. We always have.
Yep, the walls are very strong and they're good at keeping stuff out, or theoretically keeping stuff in. You know, that is the nature of walls. They're a bit of a double-edged sword or double-sided wall. So just as a way of thinking out all the possibilities, it's important to think if the world's a very dangerous place, and if things with the guild don't change, we might need to think about moving shop. As much as I would like to find a way to overturn that, I have so far yielded no ideas. And it might just be better if we tried somewhere else.
Because you're really doubling down, I'll allow you to one more time with basically like having advantage.
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse.
Oh my god!
That settles it. We're staying in the city. We'll never leave the city ever.
guess my voice cracks at the end.
You seem very scared, very nervous. I think you're getting a little paranoid, Anwar. This is, things will be okay. Things will be okay,
Paranoid? Paranoid? Who's paranoid?
Yeah, you're
Man,
sweating.
that... Did you put something in that fire? It is hot.
You are sweating. You are sweating crossbow
This is
bolts.
that meme where it's just like leaking water down the dude's face.
It's just like leaking and steaming, leaking and steaming.
Anwar has a quick flashback to, we call it lying. We call it lying. And it's just like, oh, if it were only that easy.
I mean, on your travels, could you possibly see one of these other towns? Scout for us to see if there are good options. If not, maybe perhaps I could go, or maybe your sister could go, or somebody. But packing up the whole family is too much. It's too much.
You know what? I can keep an eye out, see if there are any good places in need of a tinkerer or a home of engineers. You never know. There are places. You know, our skill set's very valuable. You know, a lot of places don't have toy makers, and we provide a very important service. So, as well as gadgets and gizmos, aplenty.
And who's it's and what's it's galore.
That was our other idea of our shop name, but we thought it was too long.
Yes, it's a bit too long, Anwar. You don't need to keep on pitching.
Right.
Well, in any case, Anwar, just get some rest and take it easy on your journey, okay?
Actually, yeah. Before I do, there is another question I wanted to ask you.
Yes?
Have you ever had a dream where someone speaks to you? Someone
I'm sure I have.
Does the name Aganazar mean anything to you?
Roll a history check for him. I'm afraid not, no.
Okay. Okay. It was probably just something I ate before bed and, you know, gave...
Are you sure you're okay, Anwar? This is...
I'm really good. I'm just so good. You know what? Look at this shirt. It is disgusting. I'm gonna go change it.
You were saying that you needed to have one more night here. I'm really worried about your ability.
I assure you, I'm quite fine. I just need to get some rest, and I'll probably be gone by the time you guys wake up. So just wanted to.
Okay, but listen. If these jobs you are taking are too much, you can back out. You always have that choice.
Flashback to, are you ready to die for this?
Always have a choice.
Right. Well, no, I'm always looking to do you proud. So if I can, I will provide for everyone.
All right, just do not become a martyr.
Of course.
All right. With that, I think I had one more thing for Chimera, and then move on. Chimera, where are you spending the night?
So I figured I don't want to go to the secret farm location that's not secret at all. I was actually thinking about, like, so she kind of overstuffs her backpack with her clothes. She has like Jeffrey's old cloak, and then she kind of goes and starts making multiple trips over to the stall, like dragging over the stash of like work that she's been like hoarding over in that corner of the house. And then the loom, and then she just kind of hangs out at the stall and maybe sleeps at the stall.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's up to you. What do you want to do?
I don't want to put Hunter out. I don't want to be like, "Hey, buddy, I'm gonna
not gonna pull a Poe and just be like, in his bed when he comes home.
Yeah.
Now we've known each other for a long time. You
We
really
have.
think, on the day of you selling your house that I wouldn't put you up as celebration? That's just, you know, you do you. You do you.
Like, so how it works, she starts to hunker down like on some of like the stack of frickin' rugs that she has, and she's like, oh, this is uncomfortable. And then she kind of like, she loiters a minute, and then she starts walking down the road to like the exit to go towards Valentine Farm, and then she hesitates. She's just, do it, it's fine. It's fine. Just go ask. Everything is fine. If not, go find a tree and like make the hammock. And she has to talk herself into like just the whole trip over there. And then she eventually.
It doesn't help that as you're walking, you have to walk by a bunch at the gate. They're just like,
Just ignore me. Want
Alright,
to sleep over with my friend.
all right, you go up and you knock on the Valentine.
I do, yeah.
Hunter, you're fast. Are you gonna get to the door before Paw?
You bet your ass I do. Yeah, I've got like a mug with it's like tea and brandy, and I got one of those classic sleeping caps on. And I crack it open. Oh, hey, how's it going? But there are definitely holes cut out for my horns to go through.
Absolutely. I am so sorry for bothering you. She shifts, and again her pack is, it's not like travel pack ready. It's puffy. It's overfilled.
You know we're not gonna be out there for that long.
You see though, I kind of sold my house this evening as is, and I kind of just grabbed everything that I could. Can I maybe put you out for the night? I can sleep in the barn or out back.
Oh, come on in. You want some tea? It's got something warm in it.
I absolutely would love some tea.
All right. Paul, you know who it is. Come on. Right.
Oh, it's good old Chimera. Come on in, girl.
Thank you. I do
Sit yourself a
appreciate it.
spell. Is there something I can get for you?
Oh, just the tea is fine, I think, for now.
Alrighty then, tea coming up. You like it black or green?
Green.
Green it is. Sure you don't want any pumpkin tea?
Actually, real talk, Sydney here. If that's an option, absolutely fucking yes.
Alrighty then, pumpkin tea it is. Some people just call it orange tea, but I think pumpkin tea sounds better. It's less confusing.
It's more fall girl. Yeah.
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 There you go.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. And I do mean I mean I can sleep in the barn. God knows I have enough bedding and
Oh no,
whatnot.
nonsense. Hunters will sleep in the barn.
No.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna sleep over here. You can sleep wherever room. Don't worry about it. We're not gonna make you sleep with horses.
No, absolutely not. Hunter's gonna do that.
Yaks. Real funny, Paul. Real funny. Oh,
Well-
Paul. You know Anwar's folks?
Anwar...
Marwan.
Oh yeah, Marwan. Yes, I collect trinkets from him for Yule, yes.
Yeah, you think maybe you could take them on vacation or something? Get them out of the house for a little while? Just a
What's
pitch, you know?
What's going on, Hunter?
Oh, work, stuff at work.
Son, I've been in the Resistance. You telling me to take some people I barely know out on a hike?
I mean, just tell them, like, hey, your son's hanging out with my son. We should get to know each other. I don't know, have someone watch the farm for, like, a week.
He's gonna roll insight.
Actually, that angle isn't that bad.
Oh, wow. For the first
Right?
time ever, I have rolled a cocked dice. I always thought that was fake. I'm like how is that
There's
cocked?
no
How
way
does
it's
how does
cocked.
how does it land on not a number? But
I mean, we see it in roll
Oh.
20 sometimes even.
it happens to Laura all the time,
All
which
the time.
I find suspect. All right.
Fact.
Got a sus.
All right, so that is a 17 plus. He's probably got at least a +1. So yeah, he probably can tell. All
Plus
right.
he knows my brand of bullshit.
How? Yeah, he should be rolling an advantage
Daddy.
with you. How long should I be trying to take him out on a hike for?
Oh, I expect a week ought to do it. I don't know. Things are gonna, get active around here, and we thought better safe than sorry. Get some people comfortable away from the walls.
Roll a persuasion.
Haha. I am good at that.
Oh yeah. That is what you're built for. You with your devil's tongue.
That's racist.
All right, Hunter. I'll see what I can do. No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
All right. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure thing. Is there anything else I can get for you, Miss Chimera?
No, this is more than plenty.
Very well then. Well, enjoy Hunter's room. It's quite warm.
It is.
Will do.
You sit and drink. I need to change them sheets. It's probably been.
I was just about
too
to
long.
say, Hunter, you want to go?
Yeah,
you wanna
always
go
got.
them sheets.
Yeah, fresh sheets for guests. Gotta.
Fresh sheets for guests.
Alright.
That's the standard way of doing things.
Yeah, kick your shoes off. I'll be right back.
All right.
Sure.
Is there anything else the two of you want to RP while you're hanging out together?
Guilt.
Guilt.
Anxiety.
Do you two just have a long chat over tea? Is that the TLDR?
Probably. Yeah.
All right, we'll cut forward to the evening time. So you all have gone to bed, and you takes you a while to fall asleep per usual. But Chimera, eventually you do fall asleep. And after you fall asleep,
Oh, shit.
you hear a knocking at the door.
My door? Hunter's door?
You hear your eyes are closed. You hear a knocking at the door.
I get up.
You get up, and you're in your old room that you were just in before you sold the house.
Why are you doing this to me?
Hey, Mom? You hear the familiar voice of your daughter, Keone. She sounds like how you last remember her, but maybe even just a little bit more mature. Mom. Knock, knock, knock.
Yes. What is it? And I go and I open the door.
Hey, you see that she is dressed in like full adventuring gear, sword at her side. She's got a hood that's down, but a hood nonetheless. A little bit of a like shoulder pad, some leather armor. She's gonna say, can I sit down and talk with you for a minute?
Yes, of course. Anytime. What's the matter? Sit. What do you need?
She's gonna go and sit at the edge of the bed with you. I was thinking now might be a good time to get away for a while. Maybe take Jeff to see your folks in Seagramonkamp and over in Pixelland. It's now's like a good time to get in before it gets too cold. Because winter will be approaching before.
To take your brother though.
Yeah, well, he's seemed very stressed lately and seems like he could use some time away from school. It's kind of creepy at the school.
It's terrifying at the school.
It is.
I don't like that either of you have to go there, honestly.
Just maybe he could use a vacation, just some time away. Maybe even the whole winter away from the school might be good.
Why?
Like I was saying, he's quite stressed, and I worry about these things. These things that we're meant to revere so much. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I am also so worried about those things. Get them, girls.
I feel like now's a good time, and we've not seen them in so long.
Oh, you'll be coming with us. It seemed like you were trying to get me out of town for some reason.
No,
During a party.
No, I've still got some more things I need to do with Anwar. But no, I don't think I'll be going. But I think it'd be a good idea if you did. I cannot say more.
I trust you. You know that, right?
I know you do. I trust you. We've always had a close bond, and you've always told me things straight. Even when it's hard, you've told me the truth, and I don't want to lie to you. But there's only so much I can say. Please, just
if that is what you feel that needs to be done, then I will. But I would very dearly like it if you came with me.
I'll meet you there by Yule. We'll have a great Yule together.
Inside check? Can I inside check?
Yeah, you can totally
my
inside
daughter?
check.
Oh no. Oh no. D12, buddy. D12, buddy.
She just said she. Oh, you're using the D12.
I absolutely am. It's sleepy time. I'm using it today.
All right. Okay. That it means you don't get any more Bardic Inspiration. So
you only get one. You only get one.
Oh, that's fucking it forever.
Yeah, you only get the one Bardic Inspiration, but it goes down over time.
Oh, never mind. I'll take the 7.
Okay.
I won't incite my dream daughter that hard.
I was gonna say this is probably not the thing to spend the D12 on. It's up to you. Okay, so taking the 7. I mean, she just said that she really wants to be honest with. So you take her at face value when she says that's what she intends to do.
You'll be safe.
But at the same time, you also know everything that you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll be as safe as I can be, Mom.
And you keep on more safe.
I'll keep... Yeah, I'll keep him safe. Yeah, that's how it works.
Well, you can at least pretend to try. He's a sweet boy. I don't understand why neither of you got together or anything.
Yeah, no, we're just friends. It's...
I know.
Not even an option, really.
Doesn't mean I can't hope.
Well, in any case, yeah, I just wanted to... It just makes me very happy that you get Jeff out of town.
I will.
And the dream is just kind of gonna start dissolving away.
Wait,
and you wake up and you're back in Hunter's room.
Tea was spiked. Something with the tea.
Alrighty, so with that is gonna be the next over at, I assume you meet at Hunter's barn, because that's where Arantis is, and you...
Where the secrets are.
It's where the wagon is, where Arantis is. Arantis, like, just cut to Arantis being like, where was my what I do evening?
I was hoping that someone would go to the bar and be like, alright, this is fine. It's like, hello. No one has talked to me for hours.
That's basically what happens in the morning. I'm sure
I've read all of the books.
I'm sure Hunter checked up on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, good morning.
Hey there.
It is good to see you all.
Hi.
Good to see you.
What brings you all here today?
We're gonna do some stuff.
Road trip.
Yep. Gonna trip on the road. You wouldn't want to go and mess up some Imperials, would you?
What do you mean by mess up?
like ambush and or end them? A couple of them.
End them.
Handful.
Ending them.
Yeah, remove them from this mortal coil.
I can try.
Pretend they're undead.
That will make it easier.
All right, y'all.
Before we get to that, we should probably go over what the plan is and probably a couple little few things here and there, just so we're all cleared up as a team going forward.
You are a team.
We're trying to have like
What is
a
the
group
name
meeting, and he's
what
like,
do you,
yes.
What do you call your team?
Oh my god, can we get it for 5 minutes?
I'm shutting down. No, I'm still here.
That was humor. I read about it last night.
Yes.
Sarcasm.
So, Arantis, to briefly recap, the Empire's taken over pretty much the entire continent. We're a part of a plan to disrupt their hold here. And as a part of that, our job is to go into the neighboring swamp and to draw fire, as it were, by taking out some of the camps. A part of that is there's a village there called Styx, who
I saw
might
it
be
on
willing.
the map.
Yes, okay, good. They might be willing to aid us, as they are likely also not fans of the Empire. So we'll be negotiating some kind of alliance there, and it will likely lead to some fisticuffs and in ensuing combat. I trust you have, well, you fought in an undead war, which I have many questions of, but we'll get back to later. You are proficient in defending yourself, in addition to being a scout, correct?
I am proficient in scouting and defending. I've never attacked a humanoid before.
All right.
But the mechanics should be the same.
Yeah, I mean, most of the weaknesses of undead are shared with humanoids.
They are roughly the same size.
Right. So, I guess this more pertains to everyone else here. I wanted to bring this up now, since we're about to go into unfamiliar territory and be rubbing elbows with some ne'er-do-wells. We all clearly have people we wish to protect here in STEM Garden. And as our leader told us yesterday, getting caught is not an option. And as a part of that, I'd like to make a request. I know we're already short one name for our group, but I would request that, at least for me, while I am using my armor and it has my face covered, I would prefer you not refer to me by my name. Having my face masked and then saying both my first and last name kind of defeats the purpose of hiding my identity and potentially putting my family and loved ones in danger. And I think it might be a wise idea if we were all to take some sort of disguise, or at least pseudonym, while we were out in the, I guess, in the trenches, as it were.
Sticks, sort of.
What I'm
It's not
saying is
a bad
code
idea.
names.
All right, I'm down for that. I guess we can't use red or people get confused, right?
Might be a little confusing, but you get the general gist.
Yeah.
No, I do like the idea a lot, though. Should have thought about this before when we first set out, honestly.
Right, but now that we're a part of this officially, I think it might be a good idea if we started doing that.
Did you have a name that you wanted to call yourself?
I did. It's admittedly someone else's name, but I feel the need to breathe life into it again. While I'm in my suit and wielding my armor, I'd like you to call me Agonazar. It came to me in a dream.
Well, if we're using
I
stuff
don't-
we got
We
from
don't know that name, do
dreams,
we? Do we know that name?
It would like roll a
Damn.
D100. Like it's very unlikely.
well, if we're calling ourselves stuff from
I'm gonna
dreams, then
roll
you
it.
can call me Weird Tarantula with human feet and a top hat.
No.
Doesn't,
Is there a shorter version?
I just call me Tree.
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 Can do.
that with like a weird umlaut or something.
No, as in the things with roots that grow out of the ground.
I've seen those.
Yep.
I understood that reference.
Wonderful
Um,
evening.
Shit,
if
spider
you don't-
actually sounds cool. Spider, or is that too methy?
I kind of like Spider.
I kind of
Spider?
like
All right.
Spider.
All
Yeah,
right.
Spider's pretty cool.
I wouldn't go getting a tattoo or anything, but the name works.
Well, I already got a tattoo. And
Right.
the boot tattoo will kind of like, as he reaches his hand out, slide down to his wrist. And then he'll like move his arm and it slides back into his whole sleeve.
Lovely. I
Party
will
trick.
have to come back to you on the code name because I am not at all creative. And the only thing I could really think about is wolf, and that's not
Ooh.
nearly as cool as spider.
Well, let's call you Hunter, because wolves hunt. Oh, that'd get confusing.
No, that's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Truly.
Well,
I'll think of
if
one.
you can think of something before we get to sticks, that'd be good.
Oh, we've got plenty of time. Something I did want to, not to absolutely ignore the fact that I need to come up with a code name. Something I kind of wanted to address before we left. During the skirmish, there were a couple of choices that were made that concerned me immensely. And I guess moving forward, it would be nice to know that we're all on the same page. Am I being too broad?
Finer point might
I
be
think I'm being too
nice
broad.
for me.
The skirmish was very close.
I don't remember
was
much of it.
Very close.
I
And
remember that
generally
they
s-
targeted me rather quickly.
I also remember, Audra, that you didn't pick up your ally when you had the chance. And while I know that you have in the past because you healed me, seeing something like that where we're going, it's a concern.
Real talk, I don't
I just-
actually know what you're referring to with that, Sid. Who did she pass up healing someone?
Oh, you like stepped over a
Oh,
Hunter's
she
body
absolutely abandoned
to go,
Hunter.
to go wail on someone.
Oh, I
The reason
truly,
I came to heal you was so that you could heal Hunter.
I truly then, because I had no idea that people wanted me to heal Hunter.
You're in a battle rage.
I no, like legitimately, I had no idea that that was what people wanted.
Well, two of us were knocked out. One of us picked up the other, and then the other person
Right.
did not pick
Well,
up
I
the
think-
other person.
I think my assumption must have been that like you were then on healing duty and boom heals and Audra goes do her thing. Okay.
I was
see-
tapped after that.
okay. So
He only has 3 slots.
got it. Okay.
total.
No, that's just what I assumed Haganazar would have been doing. Okay, noted. I know that's more of a meta thing, but I genuinely had no idea people expected Audra to get up and then start healing everybody. But noted. Okay, anyway, back in character. Yeah. It's strange being a fighter and a healer simultaneously. I don't know if I've quite found my own balance yet, if I'm being honest.
Well, and it wasn't even, I mean, obviously it was skirmish, and obviously I know that you'd have and will proceed to cure people. You've done so a number of times. It was just a sort of curiosity of mine, whether it was needing to prove yourself in battle, or if it was just because if it was a skirmish. And again, just a curiosity and a concern.
I
But
see.
also, though, we do need to maybe protect our healer next time.
That was the first time I've ever been swarmed in such a way. And it certainly makes me rethink my tactics for future battles. Yes.
I'm more than happy to help out healing here and there, but my resources are limited. So, as much
Also-
as pitching in as we can do.
I think everybody should still have a health potion from Poe. Obviously, you weren't
I
going to use it
do
in a
not.
scrimmage.
I
you use yours.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
have mine still.
I do as well.
That is
I think I
actually
used
when I went.
mine
Sorry.
at the mountain.
When I went down in the skirmish, I was just like, I mean, like, I'm down, so Audra can't yell it, and, you know, I wasn't going to meta it in any way, but I was like, I all have potions still, right? Like, 'cause
We also
if,
wouldn't
like,
have gotten it back.
Yeah, that it wasn't worth it very much.
Yeah.
Scrimmage.
I guess the point
Scrimmage,
is
yes.
that
Now,
Scrimmage.
gosh, now I'm saying it wrong again.
we need to protect each other, you know, moving forward. Other than that, unless
Hey, Arantis, how is your healing capabilities?
I have a number of spells at my disposal. Would you like a list of them?
That actually might come in handy.
And just
Yeah.
very like robot-like, he just like spells out exactly what he's capable of spell-wise. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I have a note.
Spells it out.
Ah, I get it.
I thought for sure he was going to tease it out, like just not tell us until he does it.
No,
I
he's
can
just
tell
like
you, I will not. That is called coy. Good day.
he has other
No, that-
capabilities, but this is his spell
Oh, hey.
inventory.
Nice.
Got a couple of cure wounds.
I think it will be advantageous if you know what I'm capable of. It will be
Super
advantageous
strength.
for all of us. So here you
Dark
go.
Vision, we can have that for Blindy over here.
Yes, I am built.
Right,
for
I'm the
scout-
only one without dark vision, right?
I am
Forgot about
built
that.
for scouting, protecting. Mainly scouting and protecting.
Not digging holes, though.
I'm good
which
at
is
scouting,
fine.
protecting, and scouting and
third.
protecting.
Yep.
Also,
Well, you
I
might have
cook
a
a
chance to do
mean
both of
bacon,
those.
egg, and cheese.
I have a deep appreciation for life, and I will do everything to keep you alive.
My zest for life is only matched by the zest of my cooking.
If only I could enjoy cooking.
We'll have a spin-off episode of him being Bender learning to be a chef.
Yeah.
Well, in any case now, am I going back in the wagon?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I suppose. Problem is,
Audra, you look roughly my size currently. Are there not drapes you could throw over me? Is there no mask that I could wear to look more human?
Well, I have the same robes as you wore before. I'm afraid I can only change my own appearance, though, not yours.
holy shit, Paul, do we have a coffin somewhere? A large one, but
What the heck will we have a coffin for out backyard burying your mother?
wow, right, okay, all right. We do
Well, and your grandpa and your grandma.
Okay,
There-
right.
There's like Sorry, I started with just
Tinder.
the one.
Tender subject. Okay.
Got a few of them out there.
Wait, Audra, you can make simple things, can't you? Could you make a metal mask for him to wear? Or her? They?
I could make a mask, yes.
Is what I've been going with.
I could make a mask, but could we not say his current appearance is already such a metal mask?
I suppose it's gonna
Doesn't look
bring a lot
very
of questions.
human.
Okay. I just like to, hey, take off that mask. Okay. Ah.
Kind of, but
Well, I mean the answer is yes, I could make one. If this is what we want, I could do it.
that with the cloaks, it would give some amount of disguise.
Well, what
Eventually
sort of
we-
mask should I make is the question. Masks are typically used to hide faces, so people, I assume, would be questioning what is under the mask.
Would there be like lepers masks? Because that would be perfect because guards wouldn't want to touch them.
Yeah, I don't know about lepers, but there's probably some equivalent. It's probably really rare, but yeah, it'd have kind of a kingdom of heaven lepers.
Something contagious. Is syphilis one of those where it'll like rot your nose off?
Gosh, I hope
I
not.
think that's the
I mean,
end
what?
stage. I do,
Syphilis?
that is the end stage of it, I think. Yeah, like your nose falls off.
Ugh, that's awful.
It like eats cartilage or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
It's basically leprosy if
Yeah.
if it gets to that stage.
Well, in any case, yeah, there's that style of mask that you can.
Yeah, let's design one of them so hopefully these
So I just googled leper mask, and because I know there's a character in Darkest Dungeon, Darkest Dungeon. Ryan brings up Darkest Dungeon. There's a leper character who wears a mask,
Yeah.
He's pretty dope.
and I'm like, I wonder
leper.
what the real world equivalent is. And it turns out it's horrifying.
Are you
It's
dropping a link? Or do I
essentially-
need to Google
Bring
it?
that up on the stream for everybody to see.
It's essentially just a metal face,
Oh yeah.
I love it though.
but it
Yeah.
Like-
it gets the idea across that like
Oh,
don't
yeah.
talk to
Yeah,
me.
that's what I
Something's
was
wrong with
picturing.
me.
This is what I was
Yeah.
picturing in my head when you asked for mask, and that's why I was like, well, wouldn't that somehow draw more attention? But I guess if the societal norm is yes, it draws attention, but the attention is don't bother this person,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
that works. Yeah. Is that? I mean, does that work, Richard?
Yeah,
Like, in
I
this
think
world?
totally.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to make that, totally.
So, Agonazar, you want a leper's mask, I suppose? One that people would not wish to see raised.
I think that would work.
All right.
I
Well,
think that's a good disguise as any.
when we begin traveling, I can begin working on that. It does take an hour.
All right.
So,
Speaking of-
am I in the wagon or not in the wagon?
You'll be in the wagon. Just perhaps you could be face down for the first hour.
Is the concern that he doesn't have papers? If we get stopped.
Ooh.
I have no paper.
I am not a forger. She starts turning toward Hunter.
Poe
Is Poe a
is.
forger?
He is.
Poe is, yes.
Oh, is.
But he might take more of your time out of the day to go find him and
I mean, we can always hope that, like, I don't know. That's why I was thinking the coffin would be better, because if it's a coffin, then they don't need papers. You could just say we're burying him. But
You
no,
like
the mask is good though.
you can
Sorry?
smuggle me like you smuggled before.
Yeah, we'll do that until we get a mask on him.
Very well. There are many questions that I have about the wait.
Then I think we have what we need to get going, correct?
Yeah, let's load up your stuff. We're good to go.
All right. Just as you're finished loading up, including Arantis in the secret compartment, good old boy Tucker's gonna come on over. He's gonna be like, "Oh, hey, Hunt, you're going out again? I mean, it was great getting a chance to go with you last week. Is there anything else I can help you out with, man?"
Well, Paul might need somebody to keep an eye on the farm for a little while.
Oh, but you don't want to take me again?
It's a full boat this time around.
Oh, okay.
Your services are better suited here, I think.
Oh, all right, man. Well, thanks anyway. Yeah. So stuff.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
Oh, you just wanted me to like look after Paul and stuff?
Yeah, keep him company. He might need some help with some things, and
Damn right I do, boy. I got a new fence to put in.
glad I'm leaving today.
Oh, well, I guess everybody's got to pay their dues, right? You know.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I'll do that then.
Don't worry, we'll go on a fishing trip soon.
All right. Cool. All right. Okay. And I guess with that, you're gonna be off. All right.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been fixing an overlay thing most of this time, by the way. So I'll be I'll be 100% paying attention here in the next like 30 seconds.
Okay.
There's a spacing thing I needed to fix.
All right. So you have two options. You got the orange route or the orange route. You kind of stick to the main road that you were on, but to cross over, there's like a really thick patch of wood. Hunter has scouted out some of this in the week before, which is like, hey, good for you for picking that you did that, Andrew, of all the things to do during the week. Super
Nice call.
helpful.
Nice call.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can either go around where basically you have to get like right up to that camp again and then make a left into the wilderness, or this will take you a little bit longer and a little bit more risk of monstery things, but you can head off earlier before the big thick things wouldn't go around. So which path do you want to take? Do you want to take the orange path or the blue path?
I don't want to take the blue path.
Sorry, which one was that?
I don't want to take blue path.
Blue path. All right.
Blue path.
Stay off the main roads.
Because no Lushy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is Otter would just suggest like, well, do we want to be running into Leshe now or later? Because one of them takes us through her zone, one doesn't.
Let's avoid her for now, if possible.
You don't think she'd want to know we're heading out to do some crazy stuff?
Oh, I think she would, but I also think that she would definitely throw a wrench into the plans, at least a little bit.
What makes you say that?
Because she
wants
continuously
revenge.
throws wrenches in our plans.
Also that.
All right, yeah, all right.
But
I
also
see where...
she
yeah.
wants some revenge, and that creates a bit of recklessness.
That's fair. All right.
Right.
So that's
to be
two
fair,
votes.
somebody just plopped a circle there. You have no idea if that's actually like the limit of her range. I don't know.
Totally. But we know, like, this is
Yeah.
the zone that we encountered, so, like, I
Yes,
don't want to
yeah.
go see the Blair Witch today.
Just
the
want to
Leshe
make sure it
zone.
was clear that like this is not something I put.
Yeah.
One of the players just put down a circle there, and that may or may not be.
Nope, that's it. That's where she goes. She dare not leave. That's not.
That is her circle.
It's literally a magic circle that contains her within that. Alrighty. So, going off on your journey, you are going to head. This take. If I can remember correctly, we got about. Oh, I don't want to snap. I want no snapping. No snap.
Richard, so for my special forge thing, I essentially need to use the equivalent cost of what that would be in metal.
Mhm.
So how much would you say a mask would cost?
A metal mask like that, you can make it out of a fair metal, so
Yeah.
you call it like silver.
I'm sorry, you cut at the number.
Uh-oh.
How many silver?
Just one, like
Just
just
one
a
silver?
silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will
Um,
take as we're riding. Then I'm spending an hour doing my thing, and slowly this this silver coin in front of me is like slowly being stretched and morphed and eventually turned into like that leopard type mask for Arantis.
Nice.
And before we got going, Audra would also offer her typical like, hey, who wants the +1 and what do they want it on?
I could use some AC.
Okay. So she'll, as we, she normally I think rides shotgun with you anyway. So as she's working, she'll just give you a pat on the back and +1 that AC for the day.
Oh yeah, that bark skin that he knows, by the way, won't really help anybody except for it could help Hunter. Makes it.
Does it only work if you're unarmored?
No, it's just that it makes your AC a minimum of 16, and you all already have more than that.
I could use that.
Well, just a thought for the future. Anyway, all right.
You're
so
tapped for now, at least you at least have a +1.
Yep. So you choose to turn off the beaten path a bit before camp time. And so, yeah, I guess you'll be able to make camp. You don't really experience no dick monsters, anything like that. If you would like to take first watch at your camp. This is the first time you've been out camping in the woods for a while, so I take it you go back to your standard, like, okay, we got the smell things going doing before.
Audra would like to take, she doesn't have to take first one, but she would like to take watch with Arantis if she could.
Oh, okay. If you want to bring him out.
Speaking of Arantis, I saw that he has alarm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're definitely adding that to our repertoire.
So yeah, do you guys want to bring him out then?
Oh yeah. Once we set up camp, I would imagine he'd be getting out, stretching his.
If he's got the mask and like cloaks and robes and stuff to kind of cover up, but yeah.
He only needs a 4-hour downtime like elves do, and he's been in the cart he could be up the entire.
Hell yes, I dig that.
So if you'd like, you could just cycle through, and everybody with a rock, other people want to be with someone else.
Yeah, take turns with a robot. Sounded dirty.
All right, taking turns with a robot. And yeah, he will put up alarm to... Alrighty, Hunter, going first. Any conversation you want to have with Arantis or anything out about?
I guess I'll just be passing on any farm wisdom and answering any questions he has about the world to the best of my ability.
Yeah, I mean, not to take up too much more time because we've already gone through a whole lot of stuff, but he'll go through a host of, like, well, who's written the story of the oppressed? If this was the history books I read were by the, what do you call it? By the
victors.
The victors. You know, who is there any writing of the time of my age? If not, is it my purpose to write it? Like, he's just going things with you about that.
Hell
so,
yeah.
And are you finished with the book on the body?
That's my favorite
Yeah,
part from last time. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll swap with you. What books do you got on you?
I have history and have finished it.
All right, I'll learn history. Yeah, here you go. Wait, don't use this against us, right?
This is biology of...
Biology. Yeah, okay, never mind.
All
Never
biology?
mind, you're good.
Just humanoid biology, or all of it?
Just jump on in.
Okay. Alrighty then. Page 1. No, I will set this aside for later. I must watch.
Any chapters you recommend that are more impressive than others?
I cannot say one is more impressive than the other, although it has created many thoughts in my mind about the empire that I served, and if we were actually, as I've heard one of you say, the baddies.
Right on, well. Guess we should patrol the perimeter?
Patrolling perimeter.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, go ahead and roll a perception. Holy shit, alright. So, Arantis rolled a 2, and you
That's
roll
what he's
21.
literally made for.
He's literally made for it, just not happening. He got distracted by the book.
I have not done it for 3,000 years. Give me a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he forget to activate Dark Vision?
I need to look up. He actually did not activate Dark Vision himself, so that's part of it too. Let's see how alarm works.
For 3,000 years.
200 or sorry, no. Oh, 20-foot cube. So alarm really doesn't cover. Okay, Hunter, you are going to see Leshy
Can I?
off in the distance.
My bad.
She's just seeing the big robot thing. To be like,
I'm gonna wander off, take a leak. I'll be back.
affirmative. I will read about this chapter. Taking leaks.
Yeah, it's in there.
Humanoid bladder function.
Yeah. All right, you go off, and he think you're lying to him, so you go off.
All right, what's all this about?
Well, you've come back so soon. It was only last week that we saw each other again.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be passing through. Got a place to recruit, get some things going on.
So you're finally recruiting as you said that you would.
Well, we've been recruiting, but you know, it can get hard to get people with the stones to move on it.
It is. You're going to Styx?
Yeah, that's first trip.
I have not bothered with those losers. They do not have what we need, but with you, with your group, and that thing that you've done, maybe their numbers could be enough to have you be able to do it. You will let me know when you will strike, yes? It would be a shame to not be a part. I have waited a
I'll present the timeline of like roughly when we should be there. Let her know like, yeah, you know, we're gonna be down in Styx for a minute, trying to get some ambushes prepped, things set up. Yeah.
Well, I can almost taste the revenge on the...
I told you last time, it's really creepy when you talk like that. Could you... Tasting revenge, like... It's a little extra, come on.
When you've lost what I've lost,
You cut out there.
Oh my god, what is causing me to cut out?
It's like, it's
If
weird.
you-
It seems just like every few words it does it, and I don't think it's your connection, because it's not like a lag thing. It just literally sounds like as you're
Might
talking,
be a
it just.
Discord thing.
Do you have voice activated record or whatever it's called? There's
maybe.
there's a Discord setting where
Has it been doing it nonstop?
well, it did it in the middle of you just saying that sentence. So
Oh my god.
if you might have the voice activated thing toggled on,
Let me
and if
see.
you do, turn it off, because like if it hits a certain gate, you know, it
Right.
just won't. And that may be what it is. It may be something as simple as that.
Automatically determine input sensitivity?
No, I don't think it's that.
See, I've got that clicked on. I've got voice activity for input mode because the other is push to
Yeah,
talk.
hold on a second. Let me see.
Echo cancellation, automatic gain control?
Turn that off. That may be it. I would turn.
Okay.
Oh, I have it on for me. Weird.
It says show a warning when Discord has not detected audio from getting that.
Okay. Turn your gain control back on, because that just quieted you down a lot, and you still cut out anyways. So it's not
Okay.
that.
This is really annoying.
Yeah, it's weird.
Hold
like
on, I'm just gonna change. I'm just gonna change from one mic to another.
Okay, because yeah, I think it's definitely just some sort of gating thing.
Tech talk.
Mm-hmm. That's Discord for you. All right, bring that back over.
Okay, I'm gonna try again. Do you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little bassier, but yeah.
Is this the actual headset mic now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go with that, and hopefully this doesn't keep on happening. All right, so she's gonna say, "Well, once you've lost what I have."
Yeah, keep that mic going.
Okay. Once you've lost what I have, you will understand.
Well, I don't plan on losing that, so let's hope we don't find out.
Indeed. Well, see you soon. She's gonna back up into the forest and behind a tree, and then she's just gone.
Gotta stop meeting like that. I'm gonna take a leak and then head back.
All right, we'll switch over to whoever wants to go to. Well, just by show of hands, does anybody else want to have any moment with Arantis? Because that's really the remainder of what will happen through the night.
I had a brief thing that she wanted to ask.
Okay. All right, so we'll say that Audra takes the next watch, and it's just her and Arantis.
Yeah. So at some point while they're watching, she's just gonna ask, Arantis, you are aware of your programming, obviously, what it is you're supposed to do, what you're made to do.
I'm not familiar with programming, but I know my purpose. Or I did.
Right. Are there others like you? I assume if you were made for a purpose, there must have been others made for a similar, if not the same purpose, right?
There were others. I don't know how many.
Right. Did any of them ever deviate from their purpose? I feel like this world is full of people who were expected to do one thing and are perhaps shunned in some ways because they decide to forge their own path.
We were all spread out, and I never saw my others after creation.
I see. Were there any stories of your kind deviating from their purpose?
No. But I suppose that is what I am doing now. Or unless I go hunt the undead, that is what I am doing right now.
I see. Yeah, I wonder. As I said, there are some in this world who perhaps don't do what's always expected.
Like you, for instance.
I'll roll a deception roll first before she responds.
Okay.
It's just flat for me. Let's see. What? Me? No, like others in this world, as I stated.
I just noticed that you helped rebuild me. You have worked with the Forge. I see the symbol on your sword that you've shown me.
Yes.
This is not something expected of a Furbolg.
No, it isn't.
Perhaps you are going against what you called your programming.
Perhaps I am.
There is something that I've noticed. You are a mixture of nature and construction. In that way, we are similar.
I suppose, yeah, we are. I look for ways to try to hybridize the two, to sort of bring in the metal that I'm partial to versus the nature that's expected of me. I don't know if I've quite found that balance yet.
The conflict within you is the conflict of the world. Nature versus construction. It is the oldest battle. It is the forever battle.
I guess it's one of them, yeah. You've been reading a lot of books, haven't you?
Just one so far, but I'm on my second one. It's quite enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, good talk.
Pat, pat. Like father, like daughter. Good talk. All right. Does anybody else have anything before we cut forward? Okay. All right. Moving on over. The next day, going along this a little more dangerous path, a little bit more off the main road, I need someone to roll a D100. Somebody, it's a volunteer from anybody.
I'll do it. Can I add my D10 to it?
No, this is like a Doom dice. It has nothing to do with being a person. Holy
100.
shit!
Dang.
Wow.
Crits on
Yeah.
crits.
I feel like I gotta give you something extra for that. Holy shit!
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Exactly.
wow.
What I thought.
Do the dab.
And you want the D10 on top?
I
Oh, for
do.
the record, it is still a D12 until
24 hours.
like supper time.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
If I could add my D12 to it to make it even better, I will.
Oh wait, sorry, no, you left the next day, so yeah, it is a D10, and it'll be a D10 until, yeah, it'll be a D10 until supper time this day. All right, D100. All right, so while you're walking along,
We see a giant pile of gold and crystals.
We can retire.
not quite that, but you see a goblin who is he's kind of hiding behind, and he looks quite scared.
Who sees them? Do we all?
I guess it'd probably be Hunter who sees first, because he's usually scouting and stuff.
Okay.
So Hunter, yeah, you spot a little gobbo, and he looks really afraid. He's hiding behind a tree, and this is like deep in the swamp, and it's just along a little creek that you might have to kind of dip your wagon into to cross.
Y'all, we got a friend. Hi there, little guy. Hi. How's it going? Come on out.
Kind of really cute in one of those really ugly ways. I'm there.
Yeah, he's definitely like, you see him. He's got like kind of big, droopy, sad eyes. Like he does kind of have a pug-like quality to him. His nose is all
Oh,
crossed up.
it
and
is cute.
His,
Oh,
his
no.
ears are a
Baby
little,
Yoda.
his ears are a little floppy, and he's definitely that ugly, cute kind of thing. And he's quite small. He's probably only about 2.5 to 3 feet tall.
All right, y'all. Now this may be an
And-
ambush, but if it is, be cool, okay? We're
He
not here to-
comes out, and you can see he's
If it
holding.
is, how are we supposed to be cool? We're being attacked.
He comes out, and he's got a very crude makeshift fishing pole, which is not much more than a stick and some twine and like a little piece of bait at the end with a little hook.
Nice.
Hello?
Ah, what's going on?
He's super cute though.
Trying to catch a fish.
Oh, you want some lunch? Well, hey, I think we can wrangle you up something. I got some. You like cobbler? Got a blackberry cobbler in here that Miss Maisel made me. It's a
What kind of fish is that?
well, it's blackberry, so it's not a fish.
Oh, berry. I know
yeah,
berry.
I like it, but you know the seeds get stuck in my teeth, so it's all yours if you want it.
It's gonna crouch forward towards you.
Yeah, I'll hop off the wagon. Mosey on over.
Just like grabs her real quick.
Are you all alone out here?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did a no-no, and I'm what do they say?
No.
Banished.
Really?
My group doesn't want
What
me
was
anymore.
the no-no?
What was the no-no? That's a good
Yeah,
question.
what'd you do?
Anwar.
I was hungry.
Or Aganaza.
I took food from another goblin,
Hmm.
Oh.
That can't
and they
be a
just all
no.
started slapping me a bunch until I left.
Wow.
Can we keep it?
Oh, the cobbler? No, it's his.
Obviously, I'm actually quite curious if you have any more. However, I think the little goblin that did a no-no, we're just gonna leave her out. Leave it, him, they out here.
I mean, we could see.
I feel like leaving it here is it's just gonna get killed. Why don't we at least take it with us to Styx? At least there could get a job or something. Assuming it's not also slapped.
Yeah, maybe.
It just shows up, just starts slapping it.
Let me ask you a question.
When will you learn, young boy?
No.
Your friends, well, former friends, where do they hang out? Where do they stay?
Stay, that away, about a couple hours.
Yeah, quick to give up your friends. That's another no-no. But
Oh
lucky for you,
no!
lucky for you, we're friends, so it's okay.
We're
No.
friends, so I not give you up?
No, we don't give up friends.
Not let you down?
Never gonna let me down.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, would your friends take you back in if we got them some work? We traded shinies and food,
Maybe.
maybe?
They never liked me very much, but maybe they like me, but maybe they just take the shiny and still not like me.
Hmm. Interesting. Well,
I was always the smallest.
you were the smallest?
It's hard being the smallest sometimes.
Hmm. How many of this many of them are there?
Not one.
Less than this like this?
Maybe about that.
Hmm. All right. Small group. Not gonna be worth too much working on it. Not a lot of firepower there, but it's something. What do y'all think? Is this worth trying to loop up with them, or?
If we find them, but I think honestly, if they're willing to cast out a kid, do we really want them on our side?
I mean, if they're good for an ambush or two, that's all we need them for. And then they can be on their merry way.
I say we get him to Styx and see about getting him some work or something there. In the meantime, it's kind of on his own.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. You want to come with us to a nearby town? We'll get you some proper fishing line.
I've been to Styx. There's lots of big, scary people there.
That is true.
I like being out here where it's safe. Safe, away from big people.
Hmm.
Big, meanie people.
There's dick monsters out here, though.
Yeah, but I can climb trees real good.
Oh,
You
well,
can climb trees real good.
It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Well, what's the best way we can help you out, bud?
You have a better fishing rod?
I think I actually do.
You really?
I do. I've got the fishing tackle set up. Ooh, but
Could
that's only used
I-
for like traps and shit.
could I upgrade his fishing rod from whatever piece of shit he has using Tinker Tools to have, like, I don't know, more of an advanced mechanism there?
Yeah, that and some bait would take him a long way. You fix my rod?
If we take him with us to Styx or wherever, so we're still moving, we can give him some bait and I can fix up his rod so it won't snap the next time a fish over 10 pounds grabs it.
How does that sound? We'll
Okay.
drop you off before we get into the town if you don't want to be there.
I can be there if you're there.
All right. Cool, cool. You'll come with us into town?
I'll come into town.
All right. Little merry band of misfits we are, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Starting to run out of room on the wagon.
Yeah, the yaks are gonna get a little sore with me.
You say not sell out friends, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Are your friends watching us now?
No, but they're not my friends anymore, right?
That's right.
I know where they hide some gold.
Ooh.
You want to be my friend? I'll tell you where it is.
Y'all, we could use the gold.
It's not
It'll
very
definitely help
much.
us with our endeavors.
Not very much for big people, but it's still gold.
To be fair, I did sort of sell the house, and I do have a fair bit of coin, so if that's the motivator, we don't necessarily need it.
You sold your house?
I sold my house, actually. I almost slept in the store last night, but then I went to Hunter's.
Why? I know we're going to be away for longer, but that seems a little drastic, Chimera. What, have you chosen a code name?
Duel.
Duel. That seems a little drastic.
The silence became a little loud there. So.
That doesn't make scientific sense.
Anyway, if gold is the motivator here, and we're taking gold from potential allies, we don't necessarily need to.
Yeah, that ain't the right thing to do, is it? All right. We appreciate.
Yeah, I can really waste my 100 that I rolled. You know, just waste it.
It was impressive, though.
I have a nice treasure trove of gold. Nah, we're good. Later, kid.
I mean,
Fuck you.
It's always an option. It's
We
always
can
like
go
a
and
thing.
take it and just offer it back to them and hope to God they're not like, where the fuck did our gold go? I mean,
If we take the gold and they want the gold back, we could use that as leverage. Right?
you just say that we found it, like found his keepers. Bless you.
Thank you.
Wayfinders keepers from a man.
What kind of man?
A big man with a big wagon.
Big man with a big wagon. Where was it coming from?
And to be sure, it's not this man with this wagon,
I
correct?
get lost.
That's fair.
Gets lost.
Yeah, I do get lost.
What do we call you, bud?
I'm oh, I just had this. Well, the full name's Tiki, but people just call me Tiki.
All right, Tiki. What do y'all think? Grab that gold or not?
I think that's a family name.
Not?
I'm having a crisis
It's a
over
strong
here.
name.
Tiki.
You know what? Yeah, lead us.
Well.
Lead us to this their gold.
Okay, but it's about hour that way.
Hour that way.
No, it's an
Which
hour.
way?
He
Is that
just
towards
points. He just points in a direction he can't identify, but it's north.
Okay.
Sorry, no, it's it would be what do you call it? It would be west.
Okay,
It's
so
kind
like
of getting towards the really thick wood.
so towards Styx.
Towards Styx, but not the direction. You're still kind of going a little south and then over, and he's telling you to go like directly into where that big like thick.
Ooh.
Might take a little while to get out, but I mean, by that time, Anwar should have his fishing pole ready, right?
Yeah. I think it's worth. If it could help us make this negotiations easier, I think we should do it.
And then
All right.
Tiki won't have to worry about sticks. So, we will, but...
What a nonsense sentence that sounded like. Tiki, no worry about sticks.
That's Tiki doesn't worry about sticks, guys. That's fine.
Okay.
I would die for Tiki, though, just to be clear.
Okay. So, you want to head over there? It'll be about an hour, 2 hours to go there and back.
Well, couldn't we just cut through the woods to continue?
It's really hard to get a wagon through there. If one of you wants to go off on your own, like get through there, but like it gets so thick that you'd have to like climb through trees and stuff to get to the other side. You might be able to like cut around and make it less of a journey, so it's only like an hour out of your way total, rather than 2 hours out of the way.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you head on over that way, and eventually, yeah, you get to like thick vines and everything. He's like, "It's up that tree."
I will pull out my grappling gun.
Okay.
And say, let's give this prototype a whirl here, and I'll pop it off towards the.
All right. Is there a roll you need to do for that, or do you just automatically get up there?
It's point and click.
All right, cool.
Point
yeah, you
and
point
click.
quick, zoop, and
Don't
you
forget
go
it
up
doesn't
into the
hold
tree.
you up there.
Yeah, you have to then like grab hold, but he's gonna quickly climb up. Be like, "All right, it's over this way," and he's gonna climb over, and he's do a perception check real quick.
Absolutely.
Dang,
I see
dude.
everything.
Holy shit!
Everything.
You
You were
see
pulling
really
so
far
much.
off in the distance a couple of gobos, but they're very far away, and they're just kind of messing with each other. They're kind of like roughhousing with each other,
Cool.
but they're kind of distracted at the moment. They're fairly far. And he's like, "Okay, it's right over here." And he like, there's kind of an opening between two branches, and he's gonna pull out. They're gonna be really mad if we take this. We better go, okay?
All right.
All right. He's gonna hop down. He's gonna.
So
All
is
right,
it
let's
like
go. Let's go.
just so like a little
It's-
jewelry
it's
box
like- it's
size?
It's whenever you see like a pouch that fits in one hand kind of deal.
Okay. Little belt pouch. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Okay, let's go.
scamper down with him.
All right. You get back to the wagon. He's like, "Here you go."
I will collect it. Thanks, bud. Think you've earned yourself a biscuit. And I'll
Oh, biscuit.
I'll dig him out a buttermilk biscuit.
It's amazing. It's all I ever wanted. So he's enjoying that, and do you like spill it out and see what's inside? All right.
Like human fingers or some shit.
What was that?
I said it's like human fingers or something.
No, you look through, and it was somebody's pouch at some point, and it seemed like it had some value in there. You look through, and it's an assortment of gold, copper, and silver. And you look at it all, and first you're like, this totals like 20 gold. This is not that great. But you dig through after a while, and eventually your finger will go over a diamond. There's a single diamond in there.
Drop appraisal.
That's what that 100 gives you, is a diamond.
Nice.
Sick. Now I can cast Continual Flame.
Yeah.
True.
How much
I'll-
it's worth? Hard to say unless you've got some way to appraise it or identify it or something.
I'll
Well, I guess
identify
there's-
only when it's
There's
magical.
a nice diamond in there.
Gonna hand out 5 gold to eat, everybody.
Can I?
Okay.
Cool. Can I do?
Pass?
I'm fine right now.
You're swimming.
Being a worker, not necessarily precious metals, but something at least, kind of cousins to it. Could I do some sort of roll to try to determine the diamond value?
I suppose. I guess take 7 each for you two then.
I guess that's an investigation, if anything.
Okay.
You probably have found your way around some dwarves who know some stonework at some point. You might have an idea.
Okay. That's normally flat for me. Can I tag anything onto it since it is kind of related to my craft?
Not really. If it were metal, I would say yes, but since it's a diamond, 17 is still pretty good. You got a strong feeling this thing is worth, it's in the hundreds of how much this is worth. I don't have an exact figure, but like it's over 100. It's in the multiple of hundreds of how much it's worth.
I'm a metal worker, not a jeweler, but I've seen a few precious stones in my time, and this is a hefty one. This could fetch a good amount of gold.
Right. Well,
That's
let's
good
keep
to
that
know.
handy.
Thank you,
Or-
Tiki.
Good find, Tiki.
Are you handing that
Yes,
back to me,
Tiki,
or are you
not Ryan.
pocketing that? You putting that in
Tiki
your
did
pocket?
so good.
That 100, that 100 did so good.
Any second now would be great. Nope, I'm just gonna hold on to it. Okie dokie. Yeah.
Ryan, we know you're fainted and
Okay.
free.
What?
Any second now.
He's
Do I
waiting
have
for. I thought Anwar had, or no,
No,
it was,
Adra.
Adra.
Audra has it.
Oh,
I don't
because
have
I'm
it.
holding the diamond.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I assumed I was just looking at it, but okay.
Oh,
it's back
okay.
in your
Gotcha.
hands.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, she
All
can
right.
look at it without.
That said,
being like,
as it goes back in Hunter's hand, Anwar's going to pick it up and say, "It should go somewhere safe." Into the bag of holding it goes.
Yeah. All right.
Imagine if the Soul Forge was still in there, and now we have this like nuclear
Oh,
diamond
radiated
on us.
soul.
Yeah.
That'd be dope as hell, though.
You
Ooh,
pull it out, and it's a diamend elemental all of a sudden.
that does not sound awesome.
It's like one of those crystal
That sounds
golems from Dark Souls.
As long as you track it on your
alright,
sheet.
So yeah, Tiki's gonna join you and be like, well, if you think you can get me a job, then maybe not all big people are bad.
We'll find out.
Okay. All right. So you make your way on into town. This is going to take you probably about until a golden hour of the next day because you got a lot of like crappy, swampy terrain to go. This is really not that, well built for a wagon. That's why they built a road through it at some point. So I guess, yeah, your D10's now going into D8 territory. And
Does it
coming
fade after that point? Like when it after the 5 days, is it just gone, or does it just hold at a D4 until it's used?
No,
Okay.
it's just gone
No
after
worries.
5
I'm
days.
just curious.
So you're going to enter a village that looks very crudely put together. You don't even see wooden planks. It's a lot of sticks just kind of put up together. It's very swampy. You've got all sorts of bridges that are kind of taking you across the wetlands area. And it looks very poor. There's no wall surrounding it or anything. When you enter into town, you do see a bunch of kind of like hooded figures and other people giving you weird looks. And you see some people who are like, you see a mother with her little kid. Quick, let's take over. There's outsiders. So they seem very weary of you as you go into town. I think I have a little picture to supplement here.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is how almost everything looks. You'll see somewhere that has like a little for like, here's where the shaman is and stuff. But there's really only 2 buildings that you find anywhere that are of any size more than these kind of basic little huts. One Hunter you definitely recognize as the one like tavern inn thing that they have. It's the only really big space. And then there's another hut that's a little bit bigger than the others that's got a couple floors to it. That's their version of an executive mansion. That's where the leader of the group is. And you've met both of them in the previous week. So I need you to roll 2 rolls for the I know a guy thing. They'll just be flat charisma checks. One will be for the leader of the place, and the other will be for the bartender that you get to know when you're selling some shine.
All right. Here goes the first one.
Okay.
And here goes the second one. Oh man.
Okay.
You want to attack that that
gonna-
D8
Well, I
to
don't.
the leader?
This is like technically this is a charisma check from like the week before. You
Oh,
can't add
gotcha.
stuff to it.
Okay.
So that's the I know a guy. It was
First impressions.
first impressions were they were kind of a little like, I don't know, this
I'm
guy.
an outsider. I get it.
Yeah, you're an outsider. Yeah, like it wasn't terrible, but it was definitely like, ugh, these guys are not exactly my friends.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, speaking of the tough crowd, a group of little goblins and a big old bugbear is gonna come on up to you guys. And one of the goblins is gonna look up at you. He's got like a little pike. He's like, "Hey, the bosses wanted to see ya."
Oh, okay. Well, that's. Did the bosses say why?
Well,
Is
this
that
is
rude?
probably you've probably gone into town for a bit and caused enough of a ruckus where like by the time you get in the center of town, these guys roll up to you. I should say it's not like immediately when you get to the town, but like
Okay.
after there's a little bit of like hoopla, like who are these guys, and their big ass wagon. There's definitely some people that you can spot. You don't need much of an inside check. There's people who are like kind of eyeing your wagon, like, what's the deal here? Question: did you? After the long rest, is Arantis now in the car with you with his mask on?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a passenger now.
Okay.
And he will be
Follow-up.
guarding the wagon.
Okay.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Since it's a new day, am I buffing Hunter again? Or something else?
Unless someone else wants it, I could.
Have it.
Historically speaking, I could use the AC.
Something
Okay.
tells me Hunter's gonna need it.
Okay. So consider yourself having it then.
All right.
If we
that's a
just want to
plus
like
one.
generally assume that's what she's gonna do with her thing, we can until someone pipes up otherwise. Because she could do it. It's every day, and it's you know it's just a permanent. For the
Well,
daily
unless
thing.
somebody says otherwise, we'll assume it's
Cool.
Hunter's AC.
Cool.
Yeah.
So they're gonna kind of nudge over and point over with their pikes, like that way, that way.
All right. Not in the tavern, I suppose, huh? All right, let's go.
In the tavern.
Ronnie, could you keep an eye on the wagon there?
I will keep an eye on the wagon. They're all like, what's with this guy?
Leprosy affects your cadence.
There's like a little kid on the like other side of one of the bridges who just starts crying after he starts talking. It's scary.
Aww.
For the record, I'm holding Tiki Tiki's hand as we walk over.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so was there a long rest in between?
There was,
finding
yeah.
the bag. All right, I did
Oh,
want to
oh,
say
wait.
before we get too far into it,
Wait, a long
Finding
rest between finding what?
the bag of gold.
Oh no, there has not been.
Okay, then never mind.
I think
I will
it was
say
just a
then
new
as
day
we
for my stuff. I think.
as we get closer, Anwar is going to put on his armor,
Mhm.
but he's going to wear a cloak that kind of conceals it with the helmet down.
Okay.
Or not
so yeah,
down, but back. So his
You,
face is revealed.
you head over to what I've just been calling the executive mansion, which I kind of envision in Borat voice. It's like, oh look, he's got a plank. He's got some planks in his house. Very fancy.
Very nice.
He is number 3 prostitute in country.
This is a very nice house. And standing out on the porch, well, there's the kind of balcony up above. You'll see two younger-looking shifters, looking like maybe young 20s, kind of like some of you guys. And then out on the main front porch area, with his arms crossed, looking down at you, there's a very scruff-looking, kind of feline shifter, kind of dark hair, and for this area, somewhat nice clothing, like different hide, furs and stuff, which for them is that's pretty good. You're just looking, like, Hunter, you are back already. I thought you were going to be gone for a while. So soon to
Yeah.
come back for more shine, no?
Well, no, it's not for that. Quick turnaround, I know, but some business, different business.
You should come inside.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. Can I
Uh,
bring my friends with me? I could use a load off.
I prefer it.
All right. This is Tiki Tiki. He's new. All right.
Hello.
Very well, then. You will understand if you leave your weapons at the door.
Oh, of course, of course. Just make sure. Oh, I think Hunter would have left his stuff in the wagon, knowing full well that he'd have to
Okay.
remove them.
Okay.
Did you
what's
say leave
everybody else
weapons
doing
at the
about
door?
Yeah, one of the big bugbears gonna like walk up those kind of laddery steps.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave them with me.
Okay, he'll get it back. Formality.
Audra is going to be very, very hesitant in.
I assure you, your wagon will be under my protection while you are gone. No one will steal from it.
This blade is one of a kind. And I will not be losing it.
I wouldn't be advertising that.
You will not lose your blade so long as you keep it here, right next to the door.
She's gonna deliberately set it like against the door, like frame, rather than like hand it to him.
Now people cannot get through as easily. So
No, not blocking it, just like
He's big.
We
on
gotta do
fun play.
doorstop.
They have to grab it and move it and put it
But
back
yeah,
when
you
they
just
come
keep it like right
inside.
there. Got it. Okay.
yeah.
Very well then. And the orc.
Pass it over.
Alrighty. Come on inside then. And you will enter in, which is it is basically makeshift couches with various furs on it and things like that. It's actually quite cozy, and they got a little fire going. And so when you're inside, it's small, but it's like really efficient use of space and energy, and it's actually quite nice. You see some things hanging up on the wall of like dream catchers and other things that just kind of make the place feel like a home and feel somewhat put together, not just a total shithole. And so seeing this man, thank you for coming in so easily without incident. For those of you who have not met me, my name is Lamar, and you are...
Well, we're going by... This here is Agonizer. We got Tree and Duo.
Alrighty then. And what business do you have here in Styx? I can assure you there is not much wealth to be made here.
Not yet. And Anwar's gonna kind of poke Hunter.
And this is why Anwar isn't the face.
Yeah, I think Hunter definitely like...
Sweats pouring down his face.
Something
It is
about that
hot in
delivery
this
was
swamp.
just hilarious.
Perfect.
Oh wow.
We know how to heat our homes. We're not uncivilized.
Right.
That was the best.
Well,
Coming
Gonna-
in once, I was suspicious. Coming in unannounced, just bringing stuff to sell. Happens sometimes, but not in the way you did. And now you're here again. So I can only imagine you're bringing up something that's going to cause some kind of trouble.
good trouble. But trouble.
There is no such thing as good trouble.
Well, all right. Yeah.
There's the trouble you can tolerate and the trouble you cannot. So which is it?
Well, I understand there are some folks in this here community who have a lot of pent-up aggression they'd love to work out with these Imperials. And I've got a great opportunity to do so.
Do you see any walls around this village? Do you see how well we're fortified? Or their lack thereof, I should say?
Mhm.
The only thing keeping us safe is us not disturbing the Empire. There's an unspoken truce. We leave them alone, they leave us alone. That's the only thing that has kept our town safe. Yes, there are some here who have been on the rough side, but there are good people here. People who just couldn't find anywhere else. Or some people who just wanted to be free. So, we want no business messing with the Empire.
I feel like I had something for this.
Don't they always say that?
All we need is some traps set, some trenches dug. No one wants to get their hands dirty, then we can take care of the rest.
Oh no, that is very much my issue and why I wanted to bring you here now. Some people very much want to get their hands dirty. Some people can be easily tempted here. Some people have had not the best decisions in their lives, which is wound them up here.
And which people would
Matt-
these be?
Like
Oh,
I
that's
would
a
point them out to you.
That's their own business. That's their own business.
I might be able to persuade this particular group is all.
Yes, that's exactly my point. I want you to not do that. I want you to leave this place without incident and without causing anybody to do anything foolish that would bring harm to our town.
Dang.
I understand your desire to remain neutral, or to at least be not at odds. You say that your people here are free, and they are welcome to do what they please without imperial influence. But I can tell you something. While one person is enslaved, no man is free. The Empire might not have their eyes on you now, but they will someday.
Oh, they have their
And
eyes
even-
on us all the time. And how we stay safe by laying low.
Our
There's a
thought
camp.
is
There is a camp not a day's journey away from here. So of course, they are ever watching us. I understand their influence. How do you think I became leader of this place?
how did you become leader of this place?
I was voted in, thank you very much. And people elected me because I have the wherewithal to make sure people stay safe.
So, if there were a majority of people here that wanted to take action against the Empire, then by your own rules, you would vote and they could possibly win to decide to take action.
They could. And if you want to be the demagogue, maybe you could even get them to...
You cut out.
Yeah, it's
God
still,
damn it!
Yeah, it's still doing it, unfortunately.
Why the fuck?
I feel like
is
that was the first time in a while, though.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got to be a noise gating
Where-
thing because your connection
where-
seems fine.
Where did I lose you at?
If you want to be the demagogue,
Oh, yeah. If you want to be the demagogue, you can probably convince a good chunk of people to do that. That's why I'm asking you not to.
With bolstered numbers and strength and skill, us together, as well as other alliances that Hunter is making, we could make a stand here. This land could be yours without constantly looking over your back.
What exactly are you proposing?
Anwar is going to whisper to Spider. If we give them the diamond, they could use it to rebuild. Enrich their whole people here. There's a lot of gold there. And we could get the numbers to help them, to help us fight back.
There's a good point. Easy come, easy go, I suppose. I'll pull out the diamond and set it on the table.
my continual flame.
What do you think this means to us?
That's a good point. There's no economy for it. It's jack shit.
This is... We mostly use a barter system here.
If we can put this towards...
Can't break diamonds?
If we can put this towards bringing people in to build up the town, do some construction, things here and there, would that make it worth your while?
If this became like an actual town, actual thriving, the Empire will want to be all over it. The reason why the Empire doesn't bother with us is because we are not valuable. There's nothing here that they are interested in.
But as the leader, shouldn't you want it to be valuable here Shouldn't you want it to be better here?
He's got a sweet spot right now. He's under the radar. They'll leave him alone. It's a good point.
This building up any further does not actually help us. Look, we can make a quality of life for ourselves even if we're poor. It's fine. The money is not what matters.
I will put away the diamond.
If it will get you to leave, there are a group of mercenaries that could put you in touch with, but you would have to promise this does not reach back to this village.
Well, I can...
It's the best
You know
I can offer. It's the best I can offer you. Of course,
Audra will like lean toward
I'm-
Hunter a little bit. Well, we certainly,
not-
if we had a diamond to give them, then it means we certainly have a way to pay mercenaries.
Right. I've got an idea to throw off the scent, and that might make you more inclined to sense more of your folks. I know some of these folks out here are hiding from different gangs and past lives that they're not proud of and not happy about. Surely there's a score to settle with one of them. Maybe we could leave something behind to make it look like this was a group that don't
what
live on
exactly is you're trying to do again? I'm confused.
paper trail.
You're gonna go to war with the Empire?
No, just some guerrilla warfare.
Doing what?
Well, it's a need-to-know basis, but right now,
Well, right
We
now,
need-
I'm the guy who needs to know.
ooh, that is a good point. He has a good point, y'all.
He already said no, so technically he doesn't really need to know. All we need is the names of the mercenaries. Full respect.
I will leave you alone with no more questions asked. I will even split the cost of these mercenaries. If you would just go and not start any kind of revolution from here.
Hmm.
Of course, with the right temper, people would fall for it. Bring destruction to this whole land, this whole town.
Well, I mean, don't you think the Empire's bringing enough destruction?
It's not our problem.
Well, at
Not
some
yet.
point it will be. Once they're done with the rest of the world, they'll find y'all and decide to...
Then we'll move on and we'll figure out something then.
If you wait
don't
too
think-
long, there may not be anything to move on to.
I don't see what choice we have. Unless you're raising up an army of thousands, what you're asking for is suicide.
Don't put it past us.
I'm sorry, but the answer is no. I cannot stop you from trying to do something more in the village, but I am begging you not to. Do not stir trouble here, please.
Give us the names of the mercenaries and we will leave them alone.
And half, you said you would half cover the half.
No, no. Don't worry about that.
No, we'll.
What? Why are you helping him negotiate?
I will. We will gladly take half. Hunter, you didn't. Spider,
would
you
be-
didn't work in a forge in a
No, they-
business
they
like the
don't.
rest of
I
us. Half is
have-
good.
I
They know
have-
my name, so...
I have a bit of personal fortune, and it would be worth every coin should you leave without disrupting. I
All
can
right.
I
Clarify
confess-
that we can't stop anybody from helping us. Or we won't stop anybody from willfully helping us. We're not going to seek anybody out.
Nobody except for these specific mercenaries. If that is acceptable to you.
I think that's the best we're gonna get.
You don't wish to have anybody from your village help, even if they're alongside us and the mercenaries? As individuals, not as people of your village who would draw attention to your village? You want your village left out entirely.
I want the village left out. I want them not even to know of why you came. Here, sell some more shine. Do whatever it is that you need to do.
All right. All right. We'll leave you alone. We'll get out of your hair.
You can meet over at the Sticky Fingers. I'll have
Yep.
them meet you there.
We
Yeah,
got one of
they
those
do
in
it.
New York. Really good chicken.
Oh, man.
So it's the Sticky, but it's spelled like with a Y, like the town,
Mm.
and it's the Sticky Fingers Tavern.
Nice.
Thank
You're
you for your
willing to go
time.
there. Thank you for being reasonable. Now, how you're wanting all 5 of them? Knowing them, how long? What? It would help to know how much I need to contribute. Thing you were trying to send them on.
Just ambushes.
For
And
how
like
many
I
days?
s-
How many days of ambush?
Basically, how long are we on mission for? Is this like a 1 week thing before
I'd
we
say
can get them
probably a
back home?
week.
Are you planning on fighting this camp for a week? Are you planning on keeping the camp? What are you doing? I guess you guys haven't figured that out yet.
I know there are a handful of locations. Well, we've got.
I thought you were just going
We're
after the
just
one
mainly
camp.
trying to mess the one camp up.
Yeah,
Can
and
you-
I don't think
Right.
holding it
Can
would
we go back
be
to Big
a
Map for a
great
second, Richard?
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we wanted to get the camp, and then I know we had some patrol routes that we had considered doing ambushes with. I don't know if we were doing that or not.
Oh, sorry. I guess the one more zoomed in from this view. The
Okay.
one where the camp was like denoted. Yeah.
So there's already other groups of resistance members who are going after other camps. I thought you were just going after.
Yeah, we're targeting this one.
I think we should
Yeah,
focus
I
on the
misspoke.
here.
Oh,
Okay.
that one too. That's all the way out there.
Oh,
That's possibly.
I thought this
that's
was
po-
ours. We're doing this one.
Yeah, you're doing this one
Okay.
here. I thought. This one way out here is one that might have already been hit by the
Oh,
big
gotcha.
three.
My bad. Oh, apparently I'm the one who put this leshy circle here because I can edit it.
Oh, okay.
So that's where that should be.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I thought you were going after this one.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Sorry.
And that's the one that Leshe wanted attacked, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That was miscommunication.
Okay.
So we're not hitting patrol routes at all. We're not ambushing them because
I think dropping some freaking explosives along a patrol route might not be bad, but also you might be able to you might be catching random ass travelers that have nothing to do with it. So probably not.
right.
Disrupting the camp would be, they would either come to us or they would leave. But either way, we wouldn't be chasing them down in the swamp.
No, and I don't think holding the camp is a great idea either. Because that means they're going to come back and they're going to fight us, and then they're going to be like, your name's not Spader.
But we could, at least take it down. One foothold
Right.
gone.
There you go. Oh wait, it's just not overlapping as much. Easier to look at.
Yeah.
Also, now we know her fucking cell phone range.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Also, probably a little more accurate to her actual whereabouts.
We're learning more and more about our
Yeah.
friends.
So we do want to actually sack this camp at some point, but I guess the idea is what do we want to do leading up to that?
Yeah, I mean, if that's not what you want to do, if you had another.
I
Fine,
thought that's
too.
what we were doing.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. That's
yeah.
what
I think
thought we were
I
doing,
think
too.
it's a question of are we just hitting it and then doing some stuff after, or is the plan to do a couple things along the road to sort of ramp up to the attack on the camp?
Yeah, because other than taking out this one camp, you have free reign to do whatever the hell it is after this. The only thing is nearly 2 weeks later, you need to either send word or go to Trax's place.
I feel
Let's start a forest fire.
my personal thought would be we should attack the camp as soon as possible, because if there's word of stuff happening along the road, that puts that camp on alert and potentially has them bring in more people.
That is a very good point.
Whereas the flip side is if we hit that camp, then the camp itself can be our own ambush point for things that come down the
Right.
road,
Yeah.
Also, if there's word of an attack on the camp and people are on patrol, if they go there to sleep, they'll eventually come back.
Right.
So we'll
Mhm.
just act as a magnet.
Yeah, so I think hitting camp is step one, honestly.
Okay. Can work with that.
So I guess in that case we're hiring mercs to help attack a
Help
camp.
us.
So that'd be
Well,
That was
I
the
don't,
idea.
yeah.
I don't know how long you plan on keeping them for, but I can offer up to 100 gold.
We'll take it.
Okay. 100 gold.
It's the best
Fine.
negotiating Andra just did.
Connect-
We'll take it.
Connect with the people, and then be gone. And make sure none of this comes back to us or this town.
Fair enough.
Dope. Oh,
Alright.
Audrey's ready to connect.
All right.
You there,
So-
Mr. Mayor? Point me to the piss-offs. Where are they?
So here is the only really tall, building in town, which is a tavern and inn, the Sticky Fingers.
Richard, when we leave, is my sword still as it is, or did the dude, be like, I'm gonna hold on to this?
Oh no, they gave all your stuff back.
All right, good.
There's
Well, I
no
mean, just
bonus
like,
to it.
not that he held on to it in that way, but just like, I purposefully did not hand it to him. Like, I set it off to the side. So,
He just
is
just
it
left
untouched? Good.
Untouched.
She's happy about that.
Yep. All right. So, head over to the tavern, and oh man, it just like reeks of swamp water in there. There are all sorts of ruffians. You got humans, goblins, a couple bugbears. You've got the bartender is kind of like half hobgoblin, half Goliath, kind of a weird looking dude.
Oh, a
you just got-
Goliath.
A hob Goliath, yeah. Just like really, really strange folk, and they all look at you just like, and some of them will recognize Hunter. And they're like, it's kind of like that Old West thing where you come on in and everybody's just like, music stops. Whoever was like playing on a one-string band is like,
Oh, don't stop on our account.
Well, you certainly know how to draw attention,
ding
Hunter.
dong. They kind of go back to it. And bartender's gonna look at you. What can I do you for?
We're here to meet with some folk, but I suppose we could use a drink while we're waiting. And
What do you want?
Some of the stuff I brought in.
Oh, pumpkin shine.
Yeah.
All right, for four pumpkin shine.
Yeah.
All right, and 4 pumpkin shine. And yeah, there's really only space at the bar. Everywhere else taken.
Okay.
There's definitely people who are pushing up against you when they're trying to get a drink and stuff like that. It's
Okay.
not too friendly of a place.
6 feet.
As we're all, apparently CDC updated to 3 feet.
Yep.
I hate that.
As we're all,
Can we just keep it?
as we're all,
Right?
some of us like touching, okay? As we're all sipping our pumpkin ale, Audrey's gonna look at her group. I feel if there's anyone perhaps needing to vent a little bit, or some loners in here, those would be the ones for me to talk to.
Well, we already made our terms. We're not going to mess with his folks. I've done some reaching out. When times get desperate, maybe we can get him out of here, but for now, we're going to respect our agreement. We need to just talk to these mercs.
So we take no one with us.
I think-
just the mercenaries.
Yeah.
I think that if we get rid of that camp, that's days away. If that's so suddenly not in their peripheral anymore, they might be a little bit more willing to work with us in the future. So for now, we should respect their wishes.
Absolutely.
So 2 days of merc work then? One for travel, one for...
Oh yeah, no
Taking the
empire, no empire.
I
Everybody-
forgot you were here, kid.
Hi,
He's sitting on my shoulders. I don't know how you could miss him.
I like the pumpkin juice.
No, you don't. You don't
This
get
is-
any of the
It's
pumpkin
like
juice.
it's like it's tight shot on Hunter, and then just camera backs up, and he's on the shoulder. Hi, Hunter just
Yep. I don't know what to do with him.
I love him. Leave it. Let him exist.
Just kind of with you, unless you want to do anything
He's
with.
permanently perched on.
You said you
Hunter's
were gonna
shoulder.
find him a job. Is there anything?
Oh
All
yeah.
right, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Well, if you like pumpkin juice, kid, I'm sure they could use a busboy or something here.
Yeah, y'all need an extra hand around here? This kid could be useful, and he's looking to make a coin or two now and then.
Are you willing to work?
Haha, Richard's got to have a conversation with himself.
Haha! Grab the popcorn.
Everyone else, take a break.
Yeah, he's just gonna. Yeah, if he works, I'll give him a. I got a little loft in goblin size. No one ever rents it.
Room and board for the work. That's a fair exchange.
Give him, good piece of bread, a little bit of meat every day. We'll get by.
Your name should be the staffing agency. Boom.
Alrighty, so yeah,
Two campaigns in a row where we found people jobs.
People jobs, yeah.
All right, so you you find him a job, and he. Oh boy, maybe safe here. I get to cleaning. I don't like going bad on my knees, getting down and scrubbing the floors. So you clean out the back now, and then after everybody's gone, after nightfall, you was all scrubbing where the people are walking.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
The boss may sound harsh, but trust me, when you're in a place like this, it's safe when you're the one working here. You're the only one that everybody likes when you work here. You'll be fine.
Okay. People I serve will like me. Okay. Service industry good? People respect me?
You want to work for me? I got excellent benefits, dental.
Everybody
right.
hates me. Yeah.
Before I go, thank you everybody, and one more biscuit.
Yeah. I'll hand him a biscuit for the road. Hey, do me a favor, treat the kid nice, okay? And where are those mercenaries we could reach?
Don't know what you're talking about, no mercenaries.
All
And
right.
then the door opens, but you could be talking about them. And
before
The guys walk in,
Tiki's
it's like,
plotline
hello,
is-
my name is Mercenary.
yeah.
Before Tiki's plotline is wrapped up, could I, on our way there, could I have taken 10 or possibly 20 to engineer and upgrade a stronger fishing rod?
Totally. Yep.
Okay, then I want to hand that to him, so he's got a pretty tricked out heavy pound fishing rod.
When I met you all, I was really, really sad. And I think now, today was the best day of my life.
Oh.
Thank you.
We've made a difference, y'all.
Is Sydney frozen?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I'm ready to...
Can we take a quick bio break?
Yeah, quick bio break.
Sure. All right, I'll flip us over, BRB.
Okay.
Alrighty, there's sound, there's picture. Hey everyone, there's a spider with human feet.
I love him. Oh my god.
Yep. All right. So, I found a cover of a song, so it should go fine and not get copyright tagged. But this is just the music I imagine as they come on in.
Oh right, the mercs showed up.
Yep, the merc showed up, came through the door.
Nice.
So coming on in, you see 4 ruffian-looking humans. Some of them got, well, the first one, he's got a sword and a shield, and he's got a crossbow on his back. A couple of them have like pikes. One dude's got like a longbow on his back, and then so it's 4 humans and a little tiefling goblin. It seems like a goblin with some infernal blood. He's got some horns like a tiefling, but he is goblin size and looks like a goblin. And they all come marching in, kind of striding in, being like they own the place, just like, what's up? And they look at, immediately see all you guys and like, you must be the ones we're looking for.
This is timing out pretty perfectly right now, by the way.
You must be the ones we're looking for.
Excellent. Well, why don't we go rent ourselves a room, place a little more private for the next hour?
Wait, y'all are the ones we're looking for, right? This isn't a...
Oh no, we are not the ones you're looking.
Okay.
No, we are.
All right.
They
You're
point
fine.
behind him, and there's just like 3 people like picking their nose, like, "I wear mercs. What you need? I
Good
can
one.
swing a club."
I like you. He's just gonna look at the bartender and like flip over a coin, being like, "We're taking a room. Which one you got?" And he just chucks a key back at him. They're like, "First one on the left upstairs." Thank you. And they're gonna start marching up towards there.
Well, I suppose we don't need to hunt down any mercs, do we?
So here they are.
Yo.
And so they're going to go
That
into a little
goblin
room.
tiefling's got a little sass in his walk.
Oh yeah. There's a fairly small room. You guys are gonna kind of be packed in there. There's just basically like one bed, a little nightstand with an old like creaky wood chair that looks like it's tilted and probably about to break. Like it's a really. But it's all right. We can talk in here. No prying here. What's the job?
Well, couldn't be attacking a campsite. Big campsite. Heavily armed campsite.
The campsite?
I'm gonna scan him. I'm gonna see if I get narc vibes off of any of them.
Okay.
Would this be an
If
insight or
a
perception?
second person would like to do it, that's fine too. I just don't want everybody.
Insight or perception on this?
That'd be insight.
I've got really good insight. I'll
Go for it.
tack that on.
Hopefully better than a 9.
Let me also, just because I want to just make sure it gets used, are we on D8s now, or?
Yeah, you're on D8s now.
Oh yeah.
18.
Oh, that is feeling that resolve in you. You're like, all right,
They're on the level.
are they on board, or is there something sketch you're seeing here?
Yeah.
They seem like they're on board. They're like, give
Why
us the
are
money.
you all
and
in
that's what we-
monochrome, but your goblin is not?
Just the way it worked out. They're just covered in mud, and they just start like. You can
The
see
color
like, oh,
comes
there's
back.
color. There's color under there. They're just.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, how they looking?
Yeah, they look like they're trustworthy and very straightforward. Like, you give us money. Well, I wouldn't say trustworthy. That's a strong word. They don't look like narcs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
they look obedient to the coin.
Yeah,
um,
they look like no nonsense.
Audra's gonna like look at Hunter and just.
Well, yep, it's a big campsite. I'll lay out the map and kind of point to the campsite and say we'll be keeping you busy for about a week. Get you home hopefully with minimal scratches.
A whole week, eh? You're not plan on just attacking this thing. You plan on keeping it.
Well, using it.
Yeah, perhaps other, shall we say, aftershock attacks.
What are you
Can we
offering?
take the camp? We've got. What would a going rate be? Because Audra was just about to go. We got 100 gold, but I don't know if we need to spend it all. What would the merc rate be, Richard?
For this area, it might be like, I don't know, for the risk that they're taking, you're probably guessing it's somewhere in the 5 to 10 gold per day range.
Okay. So 70.
Well, it's probably going to be a larger fee up front and then additional days, extra 5 to 10.
How does 75 gold sound?
For each of us?
For the lot.
No, we're going to want way more than that.
What do you want?
For the initial attack, risking our lives like that, 100 gold minimum. And after that, a few extra gold to hold it. Maybe 10 extra gold. I'm thinking every day after that. The most dangerous part's the first part, I think. Although they got reinforcements, could get just as bad.
Let me ask you this. How important is it that the payment is in literal gold?
I think that's worth a lot more than just a couple hundred gold.
Gold's preferable. Don't
All
like
right.
fencing stuff. It's an extra step.
So you said 100 at first to take the camp, and then 10 or so thereafter.
It's 20 gold for each of us for the first day. After that, 10 gold for each of us every day after that.
That's a hefty fee.
We're hefty people.
Well, we don't know that.
That's a great response. Might we discuss amongst ourselves for just one moment?
Sure.
Audrey
We'll
to
wait
turn.
we'll wait out in the hall.
Well, we need them to take the camp.
Definitely.
How long do we need them afterwards?
I
That is
think
the question.
here's my thought process. It's a days away. We should have at least a day to scout, to plan, to prepare. And then on the third day, we can attack. Now, during that time... Sorry?
I was just saying that's 3 days after the 2 days you've already taken. That's pretty far after. They were saying 3 days tops total of like when you should have this done by. Just so you know, that's what the resistance said.
All right, so then I guess condense a day to scout and plan to a night to scout and plan. So
Well,
I think we should get
Perhaps we ought to attack at night as well. Take the darkness to our advantage.
That's true.
Then we can scout earlier and attack in the evening.
Still a
And-
day away.
Indeed. In terms of their payment, may I also suggest we let them take what they want from the camp?
We don't necessarily know what's going to be in the camp. It could be a lot more than that. I say we pay them for 3 days. So if we take it on, it takes us a day to get there, then we attack on the second night, and then the third day, if there's any stragglers, if there's any other people coming, they can help us with that fight. And after that, they're free to go.
So we're looking at 3 total days.
Right.
Okay.
That'd be a total
150
of
gold.
200.
Oh,
That'd be a
200.
total of 200 gold out of your pocket, which half of that would have come from
Yeah.
the guy, as he said.
Well, that breaks down to 200 gold. Thanks to our, hunter's friend here, we have half of it covered. The most
Yeah, well-
important half, arguably.
Let's see if we can
I-
whittle it down a little bit, though.
I can kick in 25 gold. If everyone wants to kick in 25 gold, then between the 4 of us, we'll be able to afford them for 3 days.
Why
Well-
don't we offer 150 for the whole job and see what can be divvied up once the camp is sacked?
If we just pay them 200, then we can just have the whole camp to ourselves. It'll probably be
Fair.
more than 50 gold.
So highest we go is 200. Is that
say,
accurate?
Say do 200.
All right, let's go to work. Come on in.
Alrighty. They come on in. The goblin guy's just gonna like hop up onto the bed, just kind of be jumping on it a little bit. Bounce.
Now I'm gonna be straight with you. We're not gonna pay you for a whole day of traveling along. That's just silly. We come into some trouble, then maybe we'll pay a half day for travel.
We'll do 2 gold for travel. If it ends up getting nasty, I'll bump it up to 5 gold.
Seems fair.
More for that.
All right. I believe we have ourselves a deal.
That's 2 gold each.
Yep.
Total of 10 gold for travel.
10 for
50
travel.
gold if it gets, or I mean, sorry, 25 if it gets bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to
And
think I
then-
went to the wrong profession.
2
too.
days to help us with the attack, and the next day, if there are any stragglers.
Before I do that.
Does
That
seem-
sound amicable? Is that the right word? Amicable?
I believe this is amic. we've been amic.
All right.
Damn it.
Excellent. Now,
Oh.
what do we call you in your lot?
Well, we used to be the Magnificent Seven. Then we lost 2, so now just the Fantastic Five.
Okay, I meant your specific names, but I suppose we can refer to you as a collective as well.
Oh, you want individual names? I do. My name's Saul. It's Braun. That's gosh, I had all these names memorized earlier.
Keith.
We got Harris and Bingo over here, and then he points down to the Tiefling Goblin. And then that little guy, he's Loco.
Awesome.
But what's his
Hell
name?
yeah. So we got Saul, Braun, Harris, Bingo, and Loco.
Yep.
Ah, the
Alright.
Beatles.
Yep, you got it.
Pleasure to.
Oh, that's funny.
Um.
And Braun is definitely the guy with the pike.
Yeah.
And
I
so
assume.
each of these guys actually does have a little sheet. You've got in their kind of little NPC stats, you've got a pirate, a scoundrel who is the Tief Gobbo is a scoundrel, a scout, a soldier, and a pikeman.
Cool.
If you would like, I can either just run them kind of as a group, or if each of you would like to take control of one of them, your sheets for all. Each of you would like to take one, I could take the.
That'd be
It's
fun.
Whatever,
I think.
whatever kind of gameplay you'd like to do.
I can't handle that amount of responsibility. I will surely use it for evil.
Attaboy.
Okay.
I'm fine with each of us taking one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
You're fine without that? You're saying?
Yes
wanna make sure I heard you
to
correctly.
yes to us taking one. Am I correct?
I thought Ryan just said the opposite.
Oh.
I said each one of us should take one.
Oh, you're saying you
So,
should?
yes,
Okay. I thought you-
affirmative. Affirmative. We each
We
control
should.
one.
Okay.
Because
So
for this fight, we'll have the 4 of us. We'll have 4 mercenaries. We'll have Arantis.
and then I'll have Arantis and whichever
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to pick.
Oh, you want to do Arantis? Okay.
Yeah, you can kind of like dictate what his general strategy should be, but I'll run him. 'cause he,
Mechanically, I think that I like that anyway. I think just because like he is like this, you know.
Oh,
thing.
he's too big a guy for you guys to just be like, I'm gonna take his character sheet.
Yeah.
And is Leshy helping us directly? I mean, you're gonna keep talking to Leshy either way, so she only appears to you.
I mean, she wants to be in on the action, so I think it's only right we give her some revenge.
Well, I assume Ryan, you can take the pikeman and play as Braun.
I'm fine with that.
Sid, I'm
You're fine
guessing
with
you
that?
want the
All right,
goblin
let
tiefling.
me,
I mean, maybe.
Okay, so this goes to Agonazar, as he's called now. The names are not correct on here. They're like randomly generated. But there's the pikeman. That's Braun. Okay, so we have a soldier, a scout, a scoundrel, and a pirate. I can tell you a little more about.
Well, do you just want to be 2 scouts, Andrew? Is that like mechanically easiest?
He actually might be more similar to the scoundrel than the scout, honestly.
Oh, okay.
The scoundrel has a sneak attack, the little gobbo guy.
I can take. Well, yeah, I guess.
It's up to you.
Oh, the goblin? I thought Sid was going to take that one. Well,
Sid wants
I
to
assume
yeah.
Sid wanted that one.
I can
I'm
take
good
the
with
pirate.
whatever.
I'm also good with whatever, but she called Loco,
Okay.
so I'll grab whatever's left.
Okay.
I would like the pirate.
Okay.
Yes, estoy loca.
The pirate's got an interesting ability. The pirate has something called like fighting dirty, which I think like after you do an attack, you can try to do a trip attack or push them down or something. So
Okay,
Sydney
Andrew can
and Andrew,
let
you
Andrew
should
take the
have
pirate then.
both
He wants to fight dirty.
No, I mean that skill. I want that skill.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Then take the
You can take the trip attack maneuver.
yeah take one of those when you if you want to, you can. Anyway, okay, so
Tell
Tony,
you what,
you said
if you want to
taking the
take
pirate?
Andrew, if you want to take that one for yourself, then no, I'm saying if you want to take that maneuver when the time comes, I can take the alert one, so that we have it. But anyways,
okay, so we have 3 of them, and so Andrew, you're just kind of so you have the scout or the soldier. The soldier is the guy up front with a sword and shield. He's got a little bit higher of it. The scout is the guy with the long bow, better at survival and stuff.
Sorry, who were you talking to?
you.
Andrew, which one are you taking?
Oh, I am so sorry. You were breaking up a little bit. It's the soldier or the who?
The soldier or the scout?
I mean, I guess it makes sense to go with the scout, so I kind of know what he's doing.
Okay. All right. Well, each of you have a.
Richard, I would
Sidekick-
like to move this
sidekick-
fight to a
sidekick
boat.
character.
That way I can use my sea prowess ability.
Well, keep him alive, and maybe he'll be able to.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of you should be able to see. Hopefully. Does everybody see their
Yeah.
handouts?
Yeah.
Hey, can you
Okay, cool.
take us to the calendar real quick?
Yeah.
I wanted to cross-reference something.
Yeah, I'll update it to how long it's been for you guys now.
I was just
you're now on the
wondering.
27th.
Say that again.
It's the 27th.
Okay. So we have our dragon is ready for reactivation.
He's been.
We also have
he's
that,
been
yes.
ready for a week.
Yep.
Yep.
In case we also just want to throw a baby dragon into the mix in the middle of this camp.
I was planning on it.
Absolutely.
Cool.
So I think we have what we need, right? We have our. We should probably start making our way there and come up with a plan.
Indeed.
Yep.
Hunter, well, I guess we're using code names in the room presently.
Mhm.
Spider, I take it you'll lead the scouting part of this.
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right.
We are covered in scouts for this raid.
Yeah. It's like ticks on a dog. Let's do this.
Yeah, we got
our Alrighty.
scout, their scout, and the robot.
Alrighty, so you'll head out on your journey, and it will take you about. Well, it depends. You guys could kind of catch a long rest on the wagon while these guys are helping you. I don't know. You're starting to have a lot of people for the wagon. How are you transporting? Question.
Well,
I think some people are walking.
the mercs,
Yeah.
I assume, they get around the way they always get around, whatever that may be for their group.
Yeah,
whatever they're
yeah.
accustomed to.
The mercs are probably just going to be walking, but you got 15 miles to go, which with the rough terrain is more like 30 miles. So on walk, that's a day's journey anyway. So that. All right, so yeah, you can go over on a day's journey and get over to the campsite at about when did I say you got into Styx?
Well, if it's the
I
27th...
heard something about golden hour.
Oh, what time?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what time you're. I guess that's golden hour again.
Yeah.
How long has this been going? Okay, so yeah, kind of golden hour-ish around the campsite area, but I take it that you stopped short of actually making yourselves visible.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So when are we supposed to, if we're timed up with the other rebels, when should we be striking?
tonight.
Oh, so we're it's like now is the time. I thought you said 2 or 3 days.
It's been 3 days. You just
We've been
did 2
traveling.
days and going out to the camp. You're on day 3 now.
Oh, okay. Then I guess we're scouting and then attacking.
Yep. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
As I don't recall if it's a new day since I last did this, but if it is, then before they go in, Audra will definitely give Hunter another boosting pat on the back. Just wait before you start. Come here. All right.
Yeah, we assume that you'd do
Take
the
that
thing.
with you. Well, I mean, especially she'll make like a point of it if he's going forward scouting. You know.
Mhm.
Mm.
And so now at this point, you guys have D6s. Well, let's see. It was
Who still has
Is it
theirs?
still the same?
12 and
I still have mine. I thought we were.
Yep.
Is this
Yeah,
a new
it's-
day? I thought we were still the night of.
Well, it resets every golden hour, so it's just
Ah.
now crossing from D8s into D6.
Then it is a D6.
All right. So yeah, what do you want to do? Do you want to be sending some scouts out to kind of get an idea of the place?
I think triangulating, doing a pass, and seeing what we can map out would be great.
Okay.
I'm thinking if it's like a camp where people come and go, we can probably figure out a way to kind of walk, kind of pass through. If we carry something around looking like we're working, we might be able to.
You're working on what?
Well, just like we're busy doing something, like moving this from point A to point B.
I think you should just try not to get spotted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think we're even going to be around long enough that any alibi is needed.
No, I'm just talking about like social stealth, right? Like being there, not out of the ordinary, not looking suspicious, just looking like, okay, yeah, they're in camp doing something, like gathering firewood or something.
Oh, no, I thought this was just like you guys are from a distance looking in, not necessarily
Right.
entering.
there's
the
Not
camp
trying to go
area.
in.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, and like it. I could be wrong. Richard's giving me faces where
I'm confused.
I don't think you should try and walk into the camp or around the camp or get spotted at all.
okay, that is fair.
'Cause it'll lead to a botched deception roll, which will lead to us scrambling in. So just don't even. Let's not
I
even go
don't
down that
botch
road.
deception rolls. 1 second. Let me botch a deception roll.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
You're
I
coming
was-
with us.
I'm just confused about the social part because it's like it's a camp in the middle of like.
Yeah, like I think
Gotta-
the idea
gotta
is
be-
you're. Yeah, like I
Okay,
assume
too,
it's more like you're peeking out from behind trees. You're not like going by the camp, being
Right.
like, "Oh, what do we have here? A camp? Don't mind me. I'm a lumberjack."
Is this one of the camps where like civilians stop in for protection, Imperial
It
protection?
is. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So like
You,
there would be
you,
people
you had that option
their
to do
thing.
that before, yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like we could fit in with other travelers, just scoping things out. But we don't have to do that. I'm fine with that. With just just checking it out from a distance.
Considering
I'm
we
fine
were
with that.
stopped along this road once and like had to give out papers, I'd be.
Yeah, they.
Oh yeah,
I
this
would not
is
want Hunter
Captain.
going in there.
Know you. They know
This
what
is
you
Captain Face Touch's
Yeah,
camp, so he'd
yeah.
be able to figure us out. We
It camp
traveled
face
with him
touch,
and
if
his
you
group.
will.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's just scope it out then.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
Also, you have that Vanta black cloak. I think
do
that
have that
Guidance.
Phantom Black.
Yeah. And you're
They
with.
give you guidance.
If you wait until nightfall, are you waiting until nightfall, or are you gonna be scouting out while the sun's still kind of up?
I mean, I think we need to get info as soon as we can. I could do a second pass once it goes dark, but I don't know. I think we need to.
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Give me a stealth roll then.
You said guidance.
You also have a D something.
I'm gonna roll that d6.
Well, don't use it unless you need it.
Oh, my stealth was a 9.
Oh,
Didn't show up.
no, it did not show up.
Huh.
Are
Okay,
you
so
getting
gotta-
anything extra for that cloak and doing it at night?
Alright,
and
so you
being
gotta-
off
you
Thursday?
gotta- You got a 9 plus you have a D4 and you can do a D.
Well, the d6 came out to a 1. The d4 came out to a 3, so we got a shiny 13.
Wow.
I'm gonna double check some of my stuff
The
to make sure I'm
the
not missing
inspiring
anything.
speech didn't reach you that well.
Yeah, I'm kind of on that.
And taking 10 wouldn't really help much because it's just gonna be +1 to that.
Hmm.
Let's see how the other scout does and see if he can save you from it and maybe average the two big.
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, you can roll it. What's your scout's thing?
All right.
Should we use the ancient robot scout as opposed to the guy we met a couple hours ago?
Ancient? Why not all 3? Huh?
Why not both?
If you want to send him out there, he can.
I feel
Yeah,
like we should
survival
do.
and perception, not.
Oh,
Health.
I don't know if you remember. He told you that he can cast Pass Without Trace.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Let's
that
do
was
that
on the
because
list.
that would be advantage, which I
He does
definitely
have
It's
need.
a +10.
It's
That's
just
a
plus
10.
10.
Oh, it's the +10.
But
That's
he
for
has to
23
be-
versus a 13.
He has
Yep.
to be near you too, like within
Yeah,
a certain
so he would go
amount
with
of feet.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so roll for your scout and see how the three of you do, and you've all got.
Let's
10
do
of those.
that.
Yeah. Looks like this is +4, 23. Tight.
Okay, all right, so that's like a 33 then for him. Yeah. So successfully with the Pass Without Trace, you guys can. Yeah, you guys can get through. Thank God for that spell. Otherwise, you guys would be so screwed. All right, passing through.
You step
can
on an
see-
air horn while observing the camp.
I mean, they've got, people looking for stuff, so they would have spotted you. So, with that, you can tell that this, the camp is surrounded by these walls of these large wooden, they kind of look like tree trunks that they're all like over a foot thick. And the perimeter is basically like 75 feet across each way, mostly, but it's not in a perfect circle. It's more in the shape of like a Goomba head, kind of. If you imagine, just kind of a weird, kind of wonky thing. So not a perfect circle. And are you like climbing trees or something? Trying to think of how you'd be able to spot like what was inside of it at all. You can definitely see that they're sticking above those walls. There's kind of like a perched area for people watching, and you see two soldiers with crossbows just kind of looking around. Given the time of day, you will see some soldiers coming in from their yaks, and like they're opening the door and like coming in, and people are starting to settle in for the night. No merchants that you see come in or out like that. But you definitely see that there's other people who are like at the gate that, guard the gate and stuff. And then as well as this one little perched square area of two people up there with their crossbows, you also see that there's another building with like little murder holes that that sticks up above the wall as well. Not much more you can see other than it's just a building with murder holes in it. That building is not very wide though. It's kind of like a pagoda size thing. It's maybe like 20-foot diameter, 30-foot diameter, something like that.
Gotcha. So not a whole lot of info we can get from out here.
Not unless you're like climbing up a tree or something. Maybe you could get a better.
I would love to climb a tree.
Entry points and numbers is I think the main thing. So.
Well, Leshy told you before that there's about 20 of them she's spotted.
Okay, so we know them.
So you know numbers.
Okay.
We also see that there are the guards patrol on the wall. Do any of them like any perimeter walking?
You don't see any of them walking around. In fact, there's kind of like a slope off for a good chunk of it. So you kind of have to like run up a hill and then 15 feet into the air to get over.
And we know
that all are kind of shaped into kind of points up at the top of those logs, each of them.
And this is Captain Face Touch's camp, so there's reason to assume when we go in there, we'll have to deal with him as well. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably around 20 plus him.
Okay.
Are there many civilians that are staying there?
Hard to tell unless you climb a tree, so let's go to athletics. How you do? Okay, yeah, that and with the stealthing of the, what do you call it? The pass without trace and everything, you're able to get up and you kind of get more. And I'll just go ahead and give you a general map of it at this point. This is kind of what you're working with here.
Wow, it is a Goomba head.
Kind of, yeah. But yeah, you know, you don't see them kind of patrolling around it at all. They seem to be sticking to inside.
Okay, so it looks
and
like...
yeah, you see all sorts of yaks and tents. You only see about 10 out at a time of the 20, if that. There's definitely, you can see the smoke from a fire rising. You see that they've got practice areas for targeting or stuff like that. There's some soldiers that are kind of gathered around assembling and cleaning armor, stuff like that.
This is just me going off of what's here on the map, Richard, so let me know if I'm just focusing too much on like it as opposed to what you're envisioning, but it appears to me if there's like 20 plus our face touch guy that this is like Captain's cabin here, and maybe these are all 2-person tents for the rest of them.
Hard to say.
Okay.
I would say if you get towards the right angle of it, you would actually see that this stable with a number of yaks put inside,
and just one main doorway, huh?
And this building here is 2 stories tall. There's like the first story that gets up to the level of the wall, and then like another 15 feet where you have the murderer looking through and stuff.
Okay. I'm wondering. I guess we'll have to wait for Hunter to report back, but I have a thought.
Yeah.
I think have war yaks. You are correct about that.
Okay. We can kind of rendezvous and share all that information, draw out some simple things.
Okay.
Diagrams.
So yeah, probably enough time to finish tonight's session where you guys kind of can begin to formulate a plan, and then when we start up next time, you'll go right into the action.
Down with that.
Yep. All right. So yeah, go ahead. You go back and report all of this.
Now, if we wanted to try and draw a couple of them out, see, I could make a weird noise out in the forest or a booming, make the ground shake. Maybe they'd send a small group to investigate. We could tackle them real fast.
Little Tiefling Gobbo also has thaumaturgy.
Cool.
There we go.
I have a thought. If we're already attacking at night, the idea is the element of surprise, right? If you give me an hour, I can use my abilities and make us a ladder. we could then get over the wall onto the taller building under the cover of night and simply drop off the stable, everyone all at once, and swarm them like that. Right in the middle of the camp.
I mean, I don't hate that idea.
The odds, though, us in the middle of their camp and they outnumber us, plus yaks, war yaks, and an enclosed area, might not be ideal, though.
What about a two-pronged approach then? We draw some out as Spider suggested, while some others come up and flank in that way.
We do have enough numbers that we could pull off something like that.
Especially once a number are drawn out to the noise.
Yeah, when their folks come back, they'll be looking around, and that's when we can climb up the walls and shoot from the trees, stuff like that.
Well, whatever you want, you're paying us, so.
You said there was a tower?
Yeah, it looks like someplace they've got archers. They probably got them up there so they can watch tower.
I think it would make the most sense to take the tower first. If we use the ladder strategy, we go in through the tower, we take out the people with the highest visibility and ranged weaponry. Then from there, we can draw people up the tower or wherever, but that should definitely be our number one spot to take first, especially if we can draw them into a narrow point of view.
When I was looking at the tower,
definitely wouldn't be big enough to fit through, and
Okay,
that thing is made of stone, so that one is that one's the most fortified of everything. But then there's also the little square guard tower that's over on the northern side.
I put Nega Chimera in there and then teleport in there. I mean,
then
that's
you'd be stranded alone.
I mean, not stranded. I could get out.
You'd be locked in there with however
but I
many
mean,
guards are in there.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's
I mean,
not
they'd be locked in
outside of
there
the
with
realm.
her, more like it.
I mean, hey, Audra
Yeah.
is brave / dumb enough to go in as well and do that with you.
I mean, how would you get in?
The tricky part is how you get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll make a ladder. That's her move.
And squeeze in here.
Yeah.
This big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a antimatter ladder.
Sure.
Well, yeah, there's probably some timeline out there where you somehow got in another way and you just catch onto that one and swap yourself
All
out.
about the timelines. No, but
I like the idea of some people drawing out, making a noise, and sending the attention away so some guards go check out that. And then while that's happening, we have the ladder. Some of us climb in. We get inside the tower. We take out those archers. So then there's some of us inside and some of us outside, and then we meet in the middle.
Well, if you want an A team and a B team, we already got 2 teams ready.
And if some of the archers are taken out, as well as the ones being drawn out, that whittles down the forces significantly for us to meet in the middle, as Agonazar said.
Where was the door to the stone tower?
That was, right here.
So right here. So we set the ladder right there. And we have a commotion over here.
Because it's murder holes. We couldn't climb directly into the tower, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
So if we have a commotion over here, we draw some people out over there. We have attention to where we sneak in this way. You see with the X's and the O's, you come on over here and get the football.
And then boom, you get them.
And while that's happening, we slip in through. We take the tower. And,
So you do want to divide the teams. You don't want to jump everyone all at once, or you don't want to jump the people as a big group and then spread out. Are you
I
worried
think
about
we
it being
can-
too loud, or?
We can do kind of guerrilla warfare. We can attack and run, and try to draw them out as much as we can.
If the commotion is drawing most of the attention, while some of us are whittling down the archers inside the tower, no one's going to be aware that we're doing that to the tower. And that's a significant chunk of the forces taken care of right there.
It'll also let us freely move around the camp without being pelted with arrows in our back.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. Suppose it sounds like a good plan. Anything else to add? Any perks? Any?
Well, we need to figure out who's going where. I'm obviously leading the ladder team.
Arantis will speak up. If you are planning on attacking from behind with the ladder, I insist that I go to do the Pass Without Trace spell again. It is clear you need it.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Audra looks at her heavy armor back up at him. Yes.
We can have an even split, 5 and 5.
Right. Well, seems two were spoken for on Team Ladder. And, I guess the pirate's probably like, I can climb the rigging, so I could climb a ladder.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say,
figured
I know
we'd
you
keep
guys...
families together.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that you guys got the character. It might be like, I just deal with them out there while you guys focus on what's going on there.
I'm okay with that too.
That definitely works for me. Yeah.
And you said the goblin has thaumaturgy, so.
Yep.
Mhm.
Also, if we are going to be using her, it would make sense that she stay in her natural element of the darkness and the trees. I assume she's here listening to us.
Oh yeah. Hey, you you around?
It's like
But
Angela
Get out of here.
Angela walking up behind Dwight. Amazing.
Oh, I love you.
oh shit.
You do not.
I love you too.
You did not.
Sid,
hear
you
a
really did say
response.
that as soon as Garrett walked into the room, which
I
was really
did.
funny.
Andrew said he loves you too. He says he loves you too.
I would say that it's not quite dark out yet, and she does not appear.
Huh. Oh.
Coward.
Sorry, bud.
I think that's our plan. We have our mercenaries act as a bait and switch. They draw out some guards. They get commotion and attention going out into the darkness, and we slip in through the back and take the tower, and then go from there.
All right. Prep for an hour. Get stretched out. Get our stretches in, and
What kind of distraction do you want? You don't want just noises? Or you want us like shooting a arrow out and like trying to hit one of those guys up front? Like that'll really get their attention.
well, that'll get their attention. I'm thinking start small. Something like get a boom going. Something to like make them wonder what the hell was that. We
It's
should
more
investigate.
important that we split their forces than we. It would be more prudent to split them than it would be to kill them where they stand.
Okay, but we
Because
send
that
out
will
a
only
boom.
make them
We
pile
put
up
out a-
more in the. In
We
the
put out a
fort.
boom though. That's only gonna bring out like maybe a couple people to go scout. You shoot
Right.
an arrow at one of them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You build, right? You start and
Okay.
then
Hype them
build.
out.
A little boom, get them curious, and then like a couple of them come out. Then
Okay,
you
so you
throw
want
an
us to
arrow
draw-
in there,
You want us to draw it out.
pick them off a little bit, you know?
Okay.
Build
Alright,
up, pick them off, and then when we've got the building locked down, I'll send out a big boom too, so you guys will know it's go time to storm it out, to storm in. I mean,
We should also maybe consider that this is not the first time somebody's tried to storm their camp,
yeah, that could be true.
and that they are going to be prepared for this.
That's possible.
Just a reminder.
Strong
But they've never
possibility.
encountered a team with a ladder before.
Can you imagine?
Talk about a leg up.
Sir, I don't know what to do.
Anwar, where are you looking? Why are you looking over there? There's no one over there.
They
alright,
have
yeah,
ladders, sir.
that's a game plan. I will start mapping some of that out, and we will head right into some action next section.
Cool.
Next
I need to look up
Definitely.
I need to look up the cost of a ladder in 5e so I know what I'm actually.
A metal ladder. I mean,
Well, it's so how tall of a ladder do I need to get over the fence, Richard?
the thing itself is 15 feet high, and it's on a decline, so maybe 17 to 20 feet.
Okay, so a 10-foot ladder is 1 silver, so I guess we assume 20-foot ladder 2 silver. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. I will
while
take
we're
that
waiting-
off of my sheet now, just so I know I've calculated it.
When we
And I'll add
while
a
we're waiting for
20-foot
the
ladder
cover
to
of
my
darkness,
items.
while we're waiting for the cover of darkness, I also want to mark up one of the trees with Leche's mark, so that way, hopefully,
Okay.
by the time, I don't know if that's part of it or if she's just a creep that only waits till dark.
I think she's
But
just a creep. But
she's probably
I like
just
what your
a
head,
creep.
Head's at.
She's a creep.
Yeah.
She's a bog witch.
All right.
And when we're done here, will that 20-foot ladder, can we get that into the bag of holding?
If it's narrow enough, yeah.
Right, the question is it narrow enough?
So just make it
Uh,
like less than a foot.
I think I was gonna say I think it's like 2 foot diameter.
Okay, I mean we don't need to, but I like the idea that from wherever we go, we just Mary Poppins this 20-foot ladder out of the bag of holding.
I don't
Okay.
see why not.
That's tight.
Alrighty. Well, tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, alright. Bye everyone.
All right.
Next week, we got a battle plan, so it's time for the battle.
Woo!
Oh, and I'll be in a new place. I'll be in my new place next week.
Very cool.
Oh, you're moving.
It's true. Alright,
I
bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Kamira.